You idiot.
Yeah, just for the day.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You've just had a trip and a half, haven't you?
I have, my darling. I'm like a real Holly Bob journey with the ending, especially.
So I'm probably going to call you Charlie and Goldie the whole way through this.
Even though I'm Charlie or Queenie,
Or
you can
Queenie.
call me Goldie.
We'll call you Gold.
That's fine.
Goldie, that could be our thing. So this is Diary of a Dominatrix.
Yeah.
And we've been really looking forward to this. And I know that all the people that have on my TikTok channel, on the Pure Waffle TikTok channel, but also on this fledgling YouTube channel, are all like, this is going to be fucking amazing. But you caught the train over, didn't you?
I did.
This morning from London. And then about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour ago, a police car pulls up outside my office.
With me sitting in the passenger seat. How about that then?
So, I mean, it's just absolute madness. What happened?
Okay, if you know me, you know me. Most of my friends say that if they didn't know me, they'd think that I was a massive liar and I made stories up every day. But you know, some people just put on this earth to experience other people and life experiences that the normal person wouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's me. So jump on the train, come down to Loughborough, get off at the end, there's taxis. There was 2 taxis outside the station. A man in front of me and then I came along, but behind me was a family. And the guy's looking behind, look, the taxi driver that I wanted to get into, he's looking behind. I'm going, Canal House, da-da-da-da. And he's like, oh, the road's closed. It's only a 2-minute walk. I went, is it? He went, yeah, just up that way. So I went, all right, cool. Turned around, he got the family in as quick as he could. They were probably going miles away.
Yeah,
I'm going 2 minutes down the road.
Yes.
Anyway, I got to where the roadworks were, and there's 2, we call them the other people in London, the police.
Yes.
There was 2 of them. And the road's blocked off. I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, the building's falling down. And I just said, listen, I'm a damsel in distress. I'm from London. I have no idea where I am. The taxi man sent me on a right old riddle down the road telling me that it's 2-minute walk. Where do you know where I'm going? I've got 2% on my battery because I bought a charger in King's Cross. Didn't work. And he looked and he went, that's like an 18-minute walk. And I went, can you give me a lift? And he looked at his mate looked at him and they went, we're not allowed. And I went, listen, rules are there to be broken. Take me 5 minutes at a take. Look, 6 minutes in a car. They looked at each other, they didn't know what to do. And I went, look, I've got handcuffs as well. I've got handcuffs as well. And he went, me too. I went, come on then. He went, all right, come on then, get in. And I went, right, you put my bag in the back. So he grabs my bag, puts it in the back. And I went, can I sit in the front? He's looking at me, he's like, yeah, so I sit in the front. And then I record the whole conversation, don't I, on the way, so that you know that I was actually in the police
Yes,
car.
you did.
And then he says, should I drop you at the end of the road? I went, absolutely not. You drop me to the door. So he drives me all the way down to the door. I get out, and I went, can you get my bags out the back? Yeah, of course. Bring my bags round. Have a nice day. Do I ring 999 for when I need picking up? That's what I said to him. Yeah.
And then you've literally come in and then shown me the video.
Yeah, I showed you the video.
And you've got the full video that you were recording with the policeman in the car that seemed like in awe of you, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, if you need a taxi ride anywhere, just go and bully the police around here because they seem to be soft as shit.
I always tell my kids, okay, if you want to do something, don't ask, just do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's always better to have the opportunity to do what you want to do and say sorry than someone tell you can't do it. What do you mean I can't do it? Of course I can. So always do what you want. Because it was a police car, I had to force myself to make them do it. And it worked. It was
Unbelievable.
Brilliant. Eye contact.
Unbelievable.
Eye contact.
Young Ben's looking out the towards, because you can see right through here where we are.
I know.
And he's like, Nick, I think she's here, but she's in a fucking police car. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And I said, no. Because the little coffee shop here sell the most amazing like cakes and cookies and stuff like that. So quite often there's police that pull up just to come and get some bits and bobs. I said, don't worry, it will just be the police coming to get some cookies. And he went, no, she's definitely got out of that car. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, we've only been doing this for 3 or 4 weeks and they're already coming to arrest us.
Yeah.
So
I asked him, he wouldn't arrest me.
So what an amazing journey. And then you've actually brought me some gifts.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you asked St. Nick. I think
this
that
one.
we should get him to try them on.
Queenie Gold pants.
You can be a real sub.
I've got a.
Don't show them inside.
Yeah.
Might get taken off.
Oh,
It's,
right,
it's not
okay,
fully,
it's
but
not-
we've
yeah.
got a calling card. Is it a call? What is this? Calling card? Would you?
Okay, so
Do you
I've
leave
got-
these in phone boxes in London? Is that because there was a time when that was a thing, wasn't there?
Do you know what? Can I tell you something?
Yes. Anything.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these go in the phone
I put
boxes
them
and stuff.
everywhere.
Do you?
Yeah, I've got like a little credit card as well that my website guy, Delicious Web Design, he's brilliant. He made me this little card that you can just walk past someone's table with the phone. It's got the QR code
Yes.
on it, and my website comes up. So, yeah, why not?
Look,
Listen, it's one of the oldest
hats off to you.
businesses in the industry. What I do,
Yeah.
like, you know.
So let me just read what it says on here.
Please do.
If you're looking for an utterly fabulous time with one hell of a kick, you've come to the right place. I'm Queenie Gold, a self-confessed lover of all things deeply dark.
Absolutely.
Extremely sensual and sometimes even tender to the touch. I doubt that. I'm on a mission to help you discover your darkest fetishes and ultimate fantasies and desires. A voluptuous BDSM mistress with a body to worship, I would love nothing more than to see you squirming in your bonds or in your place at my pretty feet. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was you unsure of? The part you said, I'm unsure of that?
I don't know. What did I say? BDSM?
No, let me see. You said, lover of all things, tender to touch. You said, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so later when you have your free session that comes with me travelling all this
Look.
way, that's just, listen, there's deeper and darker in my case. This is just my prettiest.
So we've also got a present here
Yeah.
that she's not even written in the tag, so that's...
No. But
means
see
that
what I
she's
did there?
means that she's just picked up a gift
But
gift
did you
bag
see
out
what
of
I
the
did there?
cupboard. No.
No, I didn't.
What did
think
you
I
do?
did, but I took the laces and tied it like bondage around rather than have
You
it
see,
as
I'm
loops.
totally.
You didn't even
I don't know
notice,
about.
did
No,
you?
I don't know about any of this stuff. I'm completely naive. So we've got. Oh wow.
It's
So we've-
Christmas.
some Christmas
I
tangerines.
thought you could put them in your bra.
Absolutely. We've got a 1950s pin-ups peep show.
I thought that was so cool.
3D. Oh wow. So the what? Oh, the glasses.
Yeah, so you look at it like that. It's like 1950s. How cool.
I've got no fucking idea what we do with this. So there's a young lady with no clothes on.
And then there's another young lady.
There's
with no
another
clothes.
young lady with no clothes on. So is this an actual one from 1950s?
No, it's obviously
A
just
remake.
the pictures. Yeah.
Wow.
very good
Oh, okay.
condition.
So I get it now. So it's stereoscopic. So there's two of each,
Yes.
and then you put it on, and then one eye will see one, and one eye will see the other.
There you go.
And lo and behold, we have a three-dimensional. Wow.
I thought every time you read that book, you're going to think, Queen brought me that.
I don't think there's a lot of reading that goes on in this book, though, is there?
Your mind will be reading a lot.
And then we've also got a smart key finder. No
Yeah.
more lost keys. Thank you very
There you
much.
go.
Wow. And
So if you,
Some
when you lose your
bondage rope.
keys, you shout Queenie and you find your keys.
is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's been
Right.
programmed up. Ugh, you see, wow, I'm blown away. Thank you,
Pleasure.
because it is Christmas very soon, isn't it?
It is.
What-
I
what-
was gonna get you a big fat steak.
a big fat.
I'll
Oh yeah,
get
you
you a
did say that.
steak.
Well, we can go and get a steak afterwards or
Yeah.
something. So what are you getting for Christmas then?
I don't ever get
What
much.
What do you want for Christmas?
What I want for Christmas and what I get for Christmas are very different.
What do you want? For
I get
Christmas?
amazing presents from my subs. I do. They buy me brilliant, whatever I want. I mean, I'm quite familiar with a bailiff at my door, so they pay a lot of my bailiff fines.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm terrible at paying parking tickets. Like, that's just, that, you know, you get it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's just a nightmare for me. I'm good at organising other people's lives.
Yes, but not your own so much.
I'd love a new car. I'd love a new home. What else would I like?
I was thinking like
Happiness.
PlayStation 5. fucking
Listen.
car and a house.
Listen, if you're going to put it out to the universe, you've got to put it out to the universe.
So
no?
when I hear the word subs, I think about 12-inch steak and cheese with sweet onion sauce on
I was going to say none of my subs have 12 inches.
from Subway.
Jesus.
So I am completely and utterly naive. I don't know anything about your line of work, what really a sub is,
Bet you Googled
what
it,
a dom is. I have done a little bit of research, yeah, but
Yeah.
I know nothing about it. I mean, maybe
So-
I've just been sheltered.
No, not at all. Listen, I've been in the industry for many years now, so it's a really old thing. There's a lot of young women out there that think they can just become a dominatrix and beat the fuck out of, as you thought that was all it was about.
Yes.
It's actually not about that. A sub is someone who's obviously submissive. They like strong, powerful women
Okay.
to dominate them.
Yeah.
They will do anything. I mean, I always say there can only ever be one person happy in the room when I'm with a sub, and it has to be me. So they just have to deal with it. It's all role play. It's they love that. You know, you must have seen I've got a new naked cleaner that comes to my house and pays me to clean.
Naked.
Yeah, he does it naked. Listen. He's about 110. He's like 80. But that's his thrill. I mean, you know, he was married for years.
So he comes to your house and cleans it
And
with no clothes on.
And do you know what? He even lucky enough to get a condom put on the end of my prop and stuck up his ass while he does it. Like, you know, a duster to go in the corners. Yeah, it's brilliant.
What, and he pays you for this?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the brilliant part about it. He pays me for the pleasure of me allowing him to be naked in my house and clean while I sit there in my gorgeous underwear and read magazines and do my emails and, yeah.
And how many times a week would he come round?
Once. He
a
comes
week?
once a week because all I get him to do is the stuff that I hate.
Yes.
You know, like the skirting balls.
Yes.
And the window sills and stuff that you just don't want to do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think now where I can find such a person to come and do mine.
Yeah, you know, you never know. You might get a little sub woman.
We have to pay cleaners.
Do you?
Yeah, in my line
Is
of
that in
work.
Loughborough? Is that what happened?
Well, it's just, yeah. Well, do you know what? The thought's never occurred to me that somebody would want to come and clean my house and pay the privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So what sort of price would that cost?
What, for him to
General
clean my...
ballpark, yeah.
Okay, so he
What would
pays me
pay?
150 quid to clean my house.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. But there was a little guy who was desperate to clean my house, and he's on his pension, he's got no money, and so I let him do like 15 minutes for 50 quid, just to give him the thrill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm quite a nice dom. I'm quite generous.
So in your house, I'm
In my
guessing
house.
there's a dungeon type thing?
No, so-
or
Okay.
fucking...
So I've got 3 boys that live with me.
Right.
I've got 3 boys that live with me. My daughter is in Amsterdam at university. But my 3 boys, my eldest is 18, 16 and 11.
Right.
They all know what I do. They're amazing. I brought these boys up amazing.
Yeah.
It's just me and them. Well, put it this way, I had to tell them.
Of course,
Because someone sold the story as the one that you saw.
yeah. So
Yeah, someone
we
sold
were
the story
looking.
to the papers.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, I've got an amazing friend that stepped in and told the real story.
So who
rather
is
than-
this amazing friend of yours?
Lou, my mate Lou, my best mate.
Louise
Yeah,
Redknapp.
yeah.
So there you are.
We're like sisters. Yeah. We went to school together.
So what sort of age would you have been on that photo?
Last year? No, 2020, 21.
2021.
Bit of a shit
Couple of
picture
years
though,
ago.
look.
Well,
She looks gorgeous and she gave the picture.
the
I
only
looked
re-
at that.
The only reason is she looks a lot younger than what I thought she looked like on that photo. You don't look a hell of a lot different, but I thought, oh, that's must be an older picture because
Yeah,
she looks
sorry,
really...
Lou, but she's probably touched herself up and left me. Leave me, mate. As long as I look gorgeous, as I said, there's only one can be happy.
So you from the same neck of the woods as
No,
Louise?
no, she's Lewisham Low. No, and I'm from East London, but we went to same school.
Yeah.
In the Barbican, at the Barbican.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Gosh.
we've known each other for years. It's beyond friendship. Like, we are sisters. It's way beyond friendship. She doesn't even know I'm here. I didn't tell her. Because she'd be going, yeah.
You'll have to get her on one day.
Do you know what?
Come down and have a chat with us. Wow. So
yeah.
where did this story begin?
Wow. I think when you are in the sex industry, because, I mean, people at Dominatrix say it's not the sex industry. Da, da, da. Listen, when I've got a strap-on and I'm poking it up someone's jacks, it's the sex industry.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
don't try and frill it.
No.
So from a really young age, I think I've always been sexual, really sexual. I
Yeah.
mean, I can remember my dad, like my mum and dad taking me to my dad's Christmas party. Like, I worked for North Thames Gas when I was a little girl, and taking me to the Christmas party, and I was probably about 8. And my dad's, like, everyone, like, used to really dress up, didn't they? Like the 70s,
Yeah, get all
you know.
smart. Yeah.
And I remember, like, my dad's mates coming up to me and going, I'm going to dance for you later. And me thinking, oh, I don't think so. You're a bit butters. You're a bit ugly. I'd fancy him over there. Thinking that he was asking me because he thought I was quite cute.
And at that sort of
At
age,
that
so
age.
wow.
Yeah. I remember when I was 5 and I was at school. I started school and it was my 5th birthday. And my headmaster, I got red monkey boots for my birthday, right? And the headmaster calls me up on the stage with, like, they used to do like a tin that they decorated for a birthday cake when you were young. They don't do that up here. But, and then the headmaster took me on Mr. Sheridan, and I remember him picking me up under my armpits
yeah.
and swinging me round for everyone. And I remember feeling a bit like, whoa, he's got his arms like touching nearly my boobs. And I was only like about 5 or 6. I can remember shit like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's either in you. It's like you can't make yourself be sexy, be in that mindset. It's in you or it isn't.
Yeah.
I do believe that.
You can ramp it up a little bit, possibly.
You can, yeah, absolutely. You know, as I say to the women, go and buy underwear, you can do that,
For
absolutely.
£4,000 a night, you can ramp it up too.
You can ramp it up. Listen, let me tell you. So I think from a very young age I was all like. Then my mum's sister had a mate called Zara. Zara and Paul. Everyone knew anyway. This was years ago. And I was always intrigued with them. You know when you just know there's something different about people when you're younger. And I was always a people's person, wanting to know everything. And I just remember, I always had my eye on them. I thought, something's not the same as like my mum and dad, my auntie and my uncle. And she used to have a birthday party every year. And it was always a big thing. My aunt always used to go, oh, I'm going to Zara's party. And I remember about 14, I used to go, can I come? No, you're not allowed. Okay. 15, no, not allowed. 16, not allowed. When I was 17...
You were allowed.
I drove, so they'd let me drive them. I had my car. So they let me drive them there. So I drove them to this party, and I met this guy there called Matthew Harris. But before that, I walked into this house, and this Zara called me auntie, but she weren't really, because she was my aunt's mate. I mean, she had a chest bigger than mine, and she had hardly any clothes on, and I just remember looking at her thinking, fuck me, I want to be like you when I get older. She was so sexy. Like, I've always loved women and men, do you know what I mean, from a very young age. Appreciated women and men in the sexual way, I guess. And then her husband came out in leather hot pants, and I was thinking, this is fucking wicked. And they had body painting going on there, and da-da-da. Then I went into the living room, and her slave was there. He lived with her.
Wow.
Yeah. And I just thought I didn't want to leave. And you know, I was 17, I was still a bit naive, but didn't think I was. You kind of think you know everything. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to ask her so many questions. I kept asking my aunt, and my aunt was like, this is why you've never been able to come. Then I started going to Torture Garden, Sex Maniacs Ball, Rubber Nipple, all these. So I met this guy called Matthew Harris at the party.
Hang on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are these things?
I'll tell you, sorry. Yeah.
You can't just throw words out like that at me and then go, hold on, Torture Ball?
No, Torture Garden.
Torture
It's
Garden.
still on now, Torture Garden, yeah. Anyway, it's on Instagram and everything, you can see it. So I used to go to Torture Garden because this guy I met, Matthew Harris, I don't want to keep saying his name too much, but I've known him since I was like that young. I don't want to say he groomed me, because he didn't, because I was already into it, do you know what I mean? Sorry, Matty. I call him Matty. Anyway, I still know him, and believe this or not, he lives one road from me now. We bumped each other on the tube, really mad. Anyway, I'll go through my stories.
Didn't realise it
No.
for years?
No. Hated
Wow.
him for a bit, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a little girl, what are you doing? Dirty old man. Anyway, so he had this company that did body painting.
Okay.
And I'm really creative and artistic. Like, I'll do anything. To the point, if someone's at Adele's concert, Adele, and the pianist couldn't play the piano, and they said to the audience, anyone who can play the piano, I'd go, yeah, me.
Yeah.
Even though I can't, I'd go and give it a good go.
Yeah.
And go, oh, the keyboard's funny, it's not me. So where was I then?
So you were talking about Matthew Harris.
Yeah,
and
so he had a body painting
company, yes.
And, yeah, nearly.
The Torture Garden.
Torture Garden, yeah. And he used to do all these parties, but he was a kinky bastard. He used to do all these parties, body painting at like Ministry of Sound, anywhere.
Yeah.
All the sex. And he when he saw me at this party, he was like, grabbed me and he was like, oh my God, you're amazing, da-da-da-da, I want you to work with me, da-da-da-da, da-da-da. I was like, brilliant. Started working for him, I made him untold money. Like, mate, one time I pulled up outside his working, my mate Lou's car, right? And he come out and he went, little convertible, we went, fucking hell, how'd you afford to get this? I went through you. I didn't even mind. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so we used to go to like Sex Maniacs Ball. So it's like Rubber Sex Ball, Sex Maniacs Ball, Torture Garden, all of them we used to go to. Sex Maniacs Ball, Rubber Ball, Rubber Nipple. There was all different ones they was called. And they were big fetish balls that you'd go and you'd just dress in all your rubber and just be yourself and be who you wanted to be. And no one judges you there. It's amazing. They were really brilliant places. And I just remember I was there doing the tattoos, like painting. And then this geezer come over to me. One geezer came over to me and went, can I touch your tits? And I went, can I slap your face? So that meant no. But before I knew it, I had a queue of gimps, subs, queued up for me to cane them. I was like doing
And you didn't know anything
and
about it by then, did you really? You
I
weren't
didn't really know what it was all about, apart from Zara, my auntie's mate, who looked fabulous, and I was thinking, I want a bit of that. So yeah, and it just started from there really. And some guy, and then they started, and then I was getting annoyed with it, and I was going, pay me.
Yeah.
If you want
Me to do
thank
that,
you,
yeah.
pay me. And it
And
kind
then-
of just started like that, yeah. And then
So how long ago was that? What was that?
when I was 18,
God.
17, 18, yeah, and I'm 49 now.
So have you done anything else ever? You've done this since you were 18?
Have I done anything else?
I mean, in terms of work,
Oh my God.
you
yeah.
have.
Yeah, I mean, people say to me, what haven't you done?
Oh, you've done
I'm
a
a
bit of
grafter,
everything.
babe.
Yeah.
I'm a grafter from the East End, just always grafting, literally. I've been a singing and dancing cappuccino in Liverpool Street, on roller skates. I mean, you name it, I've done it. I was body piercer, because this guy, Matt, let me say his name again. He had a body piercing studio in Soho called Metamorphoses. I don't know if you knew it. And I worked for him for years till I was about 23, till I met my husband, my ex-husband. I've only got one ex-husband. So yeah, I've done body piercing for years. I was Louise's PA for years. Yeah, I mean, I'll go where there's a pound note. I'm there. You know, I could sell pork to a Jew, they say to me. You know, it's just, I don't mean it in a bad way, but, you know, yeah, I love people, love men, and love women.
So one of the questions that somebody asked yesterday when I was doing a live was, it just reminded me about what you just said there. Has doing what you do given you a negative view on men? Neutral, or has it enhanced it in any way?
Never a negative. I think men, never negative, always positive. I absolutely love men. It's never given me a negative look on them. It actually, it's been more positive, because I think men's mental health. Mm-hmm. I'm like a counsellor. So men will ring me up to go for dinner just so they can talk to me. So they'll pay me to take me for dinner, so they can just talk to me. I've got a client that I've seen for over 20 years. There's no real domination in it, apart from he does what he's told. and gets me what I want. But it's more the fact that he loves my company and he trusts me to be able to discuss anything.
Yep.
And I've got 3 little men at home. It's major to me, major about men. You know, people go, oh, she's upset, she's really depressed, she's worried about a woman. They wouldn't think twice about a man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, he's not feeling great. Do you know what I mean? The emphasis is on women. She's not good, she's not well, oh, she's a mum, she's got antenatal depression, she's got this. Men get it as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And a lot of my clients that see me is for that reason. Well, I say a lot. I'd say it is a lot, because it's about 30%. And I think that's quite a lot.
It is a lot.
In an industry where that's not my job.
And they clearly don't have anybody else that they can go and use as a soundboard.
I don't think it's that they don't have anybody else, but as you know, Nick, I'm sure, when you say to someone, don't say anything, how many of your friends do say shit? How many things
Probably
get
all
out?
of them, yeah.
Do you know, they just, their ego's too big. Believe it or not, I haven't really got an ego. You can say what you want about me behind my back, I won't even mention it, because I don't care, I don't need to. I know me. I say the worst things to myself. I know what I'm like, I know my faults, I know my positives. Do you know what I mean? You can tell me anything. People on this TikTok and Instagram and shit try and make me feel shit. They don't. Because I know. I know my worth. I know what I'm about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make me feel shit. But they are feeling shit.
Yeah.
You know, when people are angry, I always... The question to people a lot of the time is, why are you angry? Why are you angry at me? Because actually, I ain't done nothing.
No.
I'm just enjoying myself.
There's possibly part of them, an element of jealousy that you are literally just being your genuine self.
Yeah.
And how many people do you know, in whatever industry, are their genuine self? Not many.
No. I walk alone, Nick. I don't have many people around me.
Yeah.
My sister from another mister, she's in my life. I've got some amazing girls in my life.
Is she still local to you?
No, she lives in Surrey, I live in London.
Right.
But we talk every day. But there's other girls as well in my network, like Lara, and, you know, I've got that are really good girls, really good, strong women. But I'd say I'm the strongest, and I'm the one who always says to them, be kind. Stop. You don't need to say that to them. You don't need, like, literally, I'm very mindful of people.
And there's probably not many friendship groups that have got that person there, because a lot of what you're saying to me resonates because of what young Nick has been talking to me about over the last couple of weeks, the cocaine addict. And one of the things that he's really angry about, I think, is he said, all of these people that were around me for all of these years, nobody ever once took me to the side and said, look, I'm pulling you up on your bullshit here. You fucking look terrible. You smell terrible.
See, I do that shit.
Yes. And I think it's a very undervalued skill set to have, because you upset people with it. You upset people.
Yeah, but do you know what it is? People go to you, do I look all right? Am I doing all right? And if you turn around, which I do, and because I've not got much filter, but I don't mean it in a bad way. You're asking me a question, I'm going to be honest.
Yes.
And I do, and I say, no, it's really shit. You don't look great in a minute. And then I get hated on. Do you know?
Yeah.
People don't really want to know the answer.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No.
Ask the question.
If somebody says, how do I look in this? Really, they want you to say, oh, you look amazing in it, babe.
Yeah.
And you turn around and say, it's not great. That colour doesn't look good. And you look a little bit in it.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, you're the problem.
I know. I'm always a problem. I'm always the problem.
But I guess you're more free in terms of the person that you are than most of these fake people. And I think that's why this sort of TikTok generation of people being real resonates more now than these highly cultivated Instagram, my life's perfect, this and that and the other, I'm filtered. People have gone, nah, this is bullshit.
Do you know what? Do you know how many times I want to climb into that phone to some of these young girls that just, they're dying on film.
Bring that a bit.
They're dying on camera. When you get to know me, I am I've 3 boys who live at home with me, and I've a full house. I feed everyone. I've always got beds. Where there's floors, there's beds. I believe that not all parents are nurturing and loving. You don't have to ask why, who, why, what. You just take them kids in because they're kids. And I think they're kids up to the age of like 19, 20, do you know? Don't just
particularly
finish.
Boys.
Absolutely.
And particularly this generation of boys that are growing up now.
Yeah.
You know, I think maybe my generation, maybe the one after mine, were the last generation where at sort of 17, 18, 19, they were kind of blokes. 17, 18, 19 now, they're still kids. You barely see a lad with any stubble on his face at 18, 19, do you?
I don't know, mine's got a full
Have they?
beard. Yeah.
But it's not
it's not the norm.
commonplace.
No.
You know, it is almost this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that's what I'm looking for.
And also what's happening is girls are kind of taking over.
Yes.
Which is really. I mean, I don't know.
What's your view on that? Because you are a very intelligent, powerful, this kind of boss bitch kind of persona.
Oh, thank you very much.
But I don't think that you're going to say that you think it's a good thing that the way that the world's going.
No, I don't. Absolutely. Do you know what? It's great to be strong and confident and empowered and mindful as a woman. Absolutely. But don't intimidate a man. I just still believe that you should I still want my boys to be men, you know? And I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I do. I am an old-fashioned. I've got an old-fashioned tradition that I do. I think men still should be men. You know, I want my door to be opened. And I'm a feminist. I am a feminist. I'm a 2023 feminist, a modern feminist, you know? As Madonna said, nothing more comfortable than a big hard pole between your legs. But you know what I'm saying? We're feminists. Might not wear me bra, but, you know, I'm still a feminist. But, yeah, I think boys are very underestimated. Girls are taking over for the wrong reason. Daddy is doing the wrong thing for their daughters. That's what I believe. It's the daddies. Because boys don't stand a chance. The girls are talking to the boys like shit.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
And don't listen. There are some boys out there as well that do that. I get it, but predominantly, I think it's quite sad what's happening. You know, I'm always empowering the boys.
I mean, it gets to the stage where
know your worth.
Boys don't even ask a girl out anymore.
No.
You know, I don't know. So during my sort of tennis coaching career, I've worked with a lot of,
material.
Yes, it is. But I've worked with no end of teenage lads, you know, from the ages of 10 all the way up to some of them are 25, 26 now. I can probably count on one hand the amount of lads that have actually gone and asked a girl out that didn't involve Snapchat or some sort of messaging service where the chances of you feeling that rejection are minimised. I just think it's bringing up a bunch of pussies.
They don't know how to treat a woman.
Yep.
Because they're not being allowed to. Do you know what I'm saying? There's none of that courting, let's go for dinner,
Yes.
let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I signed up to TED Talks. Do you know TED Talks?
Yeah,
so I want to
amazing.
do a TED Talk. I'd love to stand up and do TED Talks.
Amazing.
In a full-length leather coat with all my underwear underneath and my heels and stockings and go out on that stage because there'd predominantly be loads of businessmen
Of course.
watching.
You're just looking for business,
And just,
aren't you?
no, that's at funerals, darling. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, and I just, I want to stand up there because I am judged daily, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? Everyone gets judged. You get judged for brushing your teeth the wrong way.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm saying? And funnily enough, a lot by older men. And I haven't really worked out whether it's because they want to go and they can't, they're scared, who've got daughters. And you know when you're like, okay, so I do what I do and get paid for it, yeah, as a businesswoman.
Yes.
Your daughter goes out on a Friday night and Saturday night, maybe Thursday night too, because that's the new Friday.
Yep.
And she'll meet a boy in a bar, and I'm sure he'll have a fiddle with her. She'll probably even have sex with him. And then he'll pay for a taxi home. That's her payment. Who's the idiot?
Yeah.
And so I'd like to stand up and do that as a TED talk.
Yeah.
And ask men, before I get all out, the questions about if they've got daughters. Stand up, who's got kids. Sit down if you've got sons. Sit down if your daughter's above 30, you know, that kind of thing. And see what they say, because men don't think before they talk.
Yeah.
Okay, because if he actually thought about what he was saying about me as a woman, a mother, doing it on her own, putting her kids through uni and everything else, roof over the head, I ain't got no council flat. I weren't entitled to one. I adopted a daughter 9 years ago, still wasn't entitled to one. I've lived in London all my life. I mean, and that's another subject, but it's a lot. Rents in London, I have to privately rent, is extortionate.
Yeah.
So I'm paying tax a lot, you know. So yeah, I just find the world very bizarre.
Yeah, because you are right. I mean, it's frowned upon, but lots of young girls are going out, like you
Doing
said,
it for free.
every single week and doing it for free.
Yeah,
And
or lot. There's like, listen, I don't know, but I've heard young girls doing it for a bag of weed.
Yeah, I can well
Do you
imagine
know?
it. Of course, yes.
And
Yes.
it's so sad.
Yes.
So next I'm going to open a school to train them all.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I've got 2 daughters, and you know, I don't have that conversation really with them, but
You should.
I don't think girls realise how powerful they are.
No.
They have absolutely no idea.
Babes, I turned up in a police car. Come on.
Exactly.
You know?
you literally have the keys to the world.
Yeah.
And to go out and give it up on a whim after a couple of drinks.
And let me tell you something. If you want to give it up after a room, it's your body. You can do whatever you want.
Of course.
I'm not judging. Listen, the days of slags and hoes and all that shit is gone.
Yes.
It's your body. If you respect yourself, know your worth, and you want to do that and give it out for free, brilliant. Do it. But all I'm saying is the judgment that comes from the higher, the dads and the older men, or it's not needed, you know, because there's young kids out there, their daughters going out and giving it for free. So you should have that conversation with your daughters.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a conversation to be had.
It's not a comfortable conversation, though, is it?
But
Dad
why?
to daughter. I don't know.
I talk to my boys about everything. I have a bag of condoms in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I talk to them about everything. I go to them, just tell me, are you poking or choking? Just tell me what's going on with her. Because, like, do you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what
yeah,
you're saying.
and they're like, Mum. Yeah, I mean, my house, you know, my 18-year-old now, he's like, Mum, put some clothes on. Like, you can't walk around like that anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Wonder what it would have been like if you had daughters.
Well, I adopted my friend passed 9 years ago.
Okay.
I adopted her daughter when she was 14,
Okay.
I want to say. 14, I want to say. So, yeah, I was thrown a teenager.
What was that like?
Oh, insane. I mean, she went missing one night. Bearing in mind, she grew up in Soho, so she's a London girl too. She went missing one night. I had to call the police. The last time she was seen was on Oxford Street at 3 o'clock in the morning, but never guessed, no, but the funniest thing is when the police turned up, bearing in mind I've been through all social services, they've done the whole thing on me. She'd only been with me like a couple of years. She was dressed she went to a fancy dress, and they had to use their initials. I'm not going to say her name, but they had to use their initials to dress her. So she went Pablo Escobar, the drug dealer. And so the police went to me, what's she wearing? I went, she's in fancy dress. What as? Pablo Escobar. Biggest drug dealer in the world. So then straight away they're like, is she on drugs? I'm like, listen, she's a teenager. I don't know. You
Maybe.
don't follow her every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you should have that conversation.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I've got a blindfold in there you can put on if you don't want to look at them.
Could you imagine that? You know, I mean, they've had makeup
come
on
with
me
you if
and
you want.
eyeliner and things like that before. So I think a
Yeah.
blindfold. I could put these pants on, couldn't I?
Yeah, there you go.
Like fucking Batman.
Bat boy.
So what's the
Batty.
drug scene like in London? Has it been rife? Is it?
I don't do drugs
No.
myself. You know, I do smoke.
Yeah.
Not going to lie. But I don't do anything else. But it is major. I mean, everywhere you go, you go into Soho House, it's like, I mean, I can't get my head around them putting this stuff on top of a toilet seat where people have been like.
It's exactly what Nick's been saying. It is a
yeah.
lonely, disgusting.
I cannot get my head around it. Like, why you would want to do that? Or going into a toilet with someone you don't even know and share a dirty old pound note, and they've put it up their nose, and then you put it up your like. Yeah.
But it is rife. I mean, again, I'm sheltered. We live in a little town here, and you hear bits and bobs, but people are saying it is
Oh, you have no idea.
rife.
The kids are shot in at school.
Yeah.
Kids at school are shot in. Shot in, yeah, you know that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're it's bad. You know, you county lines. Like, I've got 3 boys. I remember my little boy saying to me when he started senior school, I'll be home late tonight, Mummy. And I was like, why, where are you going? I'm going to hang out down the chicken shop. No, you're not. You are not hanging. No, please. Let me tell you something. If you go down that chicken shop, I will put my heels, my pink fur coat on, and I will down that chicken shop in my big bright lipstick, dragging you out. I'm telling you now, you are not hanging out in no chicken shop.
Because that's where
they're
they
going to
get,
find them.
Of course.
Absolutely not. And it's hard enough because there's nothing for them to do.
No.
I mean, even in London, youth club.
They're gone. There aren't any.
Gone.
There aren't any.
No. Cub Scouts, he's not going to go do that.
And the things that are on, it's big money, it's big commitments, it's, there's nothing on for free, or you don't see people, doing, I don't know, the
hopscotch outside.
Yeah, or
no.
skateboarding, or
all my boys skateboard.
Do they?
Yeah.
We used to skateboard and ride bikes and things like that. But again, that's probably partly our problem and our fault that we've become very protective.
Well, look, it's the media, it's everything.
Yes.
It's the whole, if this was not in our lives, it would still be playing with the ball up the wall.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I've said this to people before. 30 years ago, if somebody got murdered in Scotland, you never heard about it.
Know about it.
You never heard about it, did you? But all of a sudden, it's on everything.
Yeah.
So your worldview is skewed now. That everything's bad because that's what
Yeah.
gets the headlines. And all of a sudden, it's like fucking everyone's a fucking pedo. Everyone's a serial killer.
And everyone's a detective.
Everyone's a detective. Yes. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I think the invention of all this social media and things is amazing, and it's given people opportunities. But I do think it's been detrimental to society as a whole.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the net benefits don't outweigh the negative side of it.
No, I mean,
they do. You probably heard about it, but I was only looking at it before. What do they call it? So basically, you can airdrop photos and things. Well, you've got lads taking pictures of their cocks and just airdropping it and in a shopping centre. It could go to whoever, press it, and then people are just opening up a picture of someone's dick and stuff like that. And you're thinking, that could be a fucking 14-year-old girl or stuff
I
like
get
that.
them every morning. So.
But that's because, but you...
I'm like, oh, another one. It's almost like, drop the mic. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you really think that I want to wake up and see your worm? Like,
worm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like a worm.
I can't imagine you getting many stallions.
The stallions that come along are not into domination. They just want to bang my back doors in.
Yes.
And that's when I have to go,
No way.
Yeah.
So is that where you draw the line?
Listen, there's questions that people ask me all the time, and one of them is, do you have sex? Do you have sex with your clients? And I always look at them and I go, as a rule, no. But I'm a grown-ass woman. And if I want to have sex with someone, I will.
I will, yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
But there's none of my clients that I've got that I'm having sex with, no. But I always think, what a question to ask. I mean,
Well, it's just one of those questions that it kind of falls in line with the rest of the questions, doesn't it? It's like, I've got no fucking idea what happens there. No idea.
But, so let me put it another way. If they come to me and they just purely want me to have sex with them, it's not going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not my job.
They go to a prostitute.
Yeah,
So I don't
I'm not joking, as much as I would like to shag a lot of them. It's hard work, isn't it? Because I want to keep coming back. I'm very contagious, do you know what I mean? So no.
Oh, so
Yeah.
how many clients
But
have you got?
I do have sex with, about 80% of my clients I have sex with, but I'm giving the sex.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm the giver. Yeah.
How many clients have you got? Ballpark.
One.
Few.
Yeah. A good few.
Good few.
A good few. Yeah. A good few. Yeah.
How'd you find them?
They find me, darling.
So you did say that these go in the
Oh.
phone boxes and stuff like that. And I can remember being a young kid and going to London with my parents. You know, I don't know, maybe 13, 14, and just they're plastered everywhere.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Yeah, I leave them
you know what I
like.
mean? Unbelievable. Phone boxes just full of them.
Yeah.
Escort cards and pictures of women and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. And
Men's toilets and pubs like in Knightsbridge and Belgravia and places like that.
so the top notch places.
Of course. I mean, listen, you would pay me money to tell you who I see.
Really?
Yeah, and as I don't talk about anything,
No.
anyone's business. Otherwise, I could sell 6 box sets on my mate. You know what I mean? Especially from previous years.
Yeah.
I've signed more NDNAs than I put on knickers, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's real top.
Yeah.
blokes.
Oh, mate, you have no idea. But they trust me.
Yeah.
I'm a very trusting
Yeah.
person.
Do you just ever get starstruck now? Nah.
Do you know, can I tell you something?
You can.
Let me tell you something. I don't have a TV.
Right.
So I don't
okay.
even know who these people are until people tell me. Till they tell me their name, I don't know. And then I go home and I look, oh, I have no idea. I wouldn't even know who my mate was. And
Just
it's only
see
she's
the
my
size of his
mate.
todger. It was only...
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And that's probably a good thing, actually, because they want that anonymity, but they also want somebody that doesn't know them and just going to treat them exactly how you are, rather than...
Oh, I do anyway.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you could
yeah.
imagine, couldn't you? I mean, you know, let's just imagine that George Clooney walked in one day. You'd be a fucking pretty abnormal human being to not have some sort of reaction, or Brad Pitt or something. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, you know, maybe you can distance yourself and just go into that character.
Yeah, I do.
But
I've been around quite a few, obviously I've been around a few people, so
Yeah.
I just, no, I don't, doesn't strike me at all.
So
no.
what's Soho like now? Because it did used to be all the, you know, the sex shows and the bondage shops and things like that. I mean, I walk around there occasionally, and it seems to be on the downturn.
Yeah, well, you always had Madame Jojo's, didn't you, where they did the sex
Yeah,
show.
the shows and
I
stuff
think
like
they've
that.
all done that up now. It's called something else now. No, there's loads of dark places. And my daughter went to Soho Parish School,
Right.
which is right bang in the middle of Soho.
Is that the one that's behind bars almost?
Yeah,
It's just down a little alleyway, and it's just like I've walking around that area, and it's like
yeah, like Brewer Street, round the back
I
there.
don't know the name, but
Well, it's
yeah.
a school. You can see it's a school.
can see
the
it's a school.
Geralians, yeah,
Yes.
and the playground's little.
Tiny,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so when she was at school, a lot of the not a lot, but some of the mums were workers, sex workers in Soho.
Right.
And they've got it done down to a T. So in the morning it's not open and the kids go to school. Then just before the school closes for the kids to leave, they shut all the shutters. So the kids go home and then the shutters go up when they're at home. They do that. That's something they've always done, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, not that it's an issue, but it's protect little minds while they're young and asking
course.
questions, you know?
It's amazing
Yeah.
that just below the surface, how many
But there's
different
lots of
and
underground,
quirky.
yeah.
But I mean,
places.
just of society in general.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
you,
love
you only
it.
got to scratch a little bit beneath, and all of a sudden you've got this weird and wonderful, and you know, fucking torture gardens and things like that.
Yeah,
And
it's like Bugsy Malone.
You know, I'm
In the
45
adult
years
world.
old,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't know all of this. You know what I mean? I don't know it, so I'm maybe very naive, but
I'm writing a book.
fascinating. What's the book called? Because you do poetry as well, don't you?
Right, so I've just come up with an amazing idea. So I'm doing poetry. I want to publish my book, my poetry book. I've got about 25 poems, all based on sessions with my clients. I mean, it's brilliant. I'll read you a couple in a minute.
Yeah.
But then also I was writing a book of my life.
Right.
From the age of 5 when the headmaster picked me up under my arms.
And you got all queasy.
And I got all... I thought, oh,
I like
Mr.
that.
Sheridan.
Quite like that.
Yeah. What was he doing?
We probably know what he was doing, don't we?
Yeah, tickling my armpits.
Back in them days.
Yeah. And I sat on his knee.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
still-
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just squidle up a little bit.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
sit in my office today. And I thought I was a pet. And dirty pervert. Do you know what the funniest thing is, though? Jim will fix it. Can I say that?
Did he fix it for you?
I wrote to him about 50 times asking to be in the Smarties commercial on roller skates. And he ignored me. He would have been banged up years ago, mate, if he had me. I would have told the world. Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Anyway,
yeah.
let's not talk about Space Sim. Stop it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Good job
So
you
I
didn't.
thought, yeah. So I thought, rather than write a book that everyone does of their life, I'm going to do a poem of every stage of my life.
Amazing.
And that's going to be a book for my book. And the poetry book's going to be different. Oh, go on, let me give you one.
Come on.
Oh.
I heard someone yesterday about sort of scat and shit.
Oh, scat. Yeah, that's not the nicest one, is it? Oh. Do you know what, though? So this is a really cool one. This guy, he adores that I put this one on TikTok, and he's so happy that it's about him, and
Is
that
he?
I'm they love it. Yeah, they love Queenie loves me. Yeah, am I your favourite sub?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is about a guy who comes to me. He loves to dress up. He's quite a large guy, so we've tried to get things that fit him. But it's a joke now.
When you say dress up, what do you mean, like dress up? Dress up as
Yeah.
like sexy, sexual stuff, the leather masks and things like that, or women's clothes, or what?
I did buy you another gift as well. Do you want me to show you? Can we just cut it while I go and get it?
Which one? Two?
Yeah.
I don't really want to go in.
Can I go in
You
there?
go for it, yeah.
Well, I didn't know how far we could go.
So, whilst we take this commercial break and Queenie breaks the studio,
Oh my God.
I'm going to use this moment to catch my breath because I've.
Yeah. So this,
Is that for him?
yeah, it's got a bit for your willy and all. Look.
Let's have a look at it.
So if you put this on, I'll put my gear on.
I'm not fitting into this.
That's man's. It's for you. It's a gift, babe.
Right, if this YouTube video gets
Yeah.
500,000 views, I'm going to do the next
you put
podcast
it on?
wearing this.
Do a TikTok challenge right now.
We'll discuss it. Maybe, yes.
Do it. If the video
TikTok.
gets 500,000 likes.
If this video gets 500,000 likes, I'll get my gear on. You can get your gear on.
We'll do the next one in gear.
Right? And I'll even...
On gear.
I mean, look, just off camera, she's got a suitcase over here, and it looks like Ann Summers on steroids.
I've got my book on it.
This is unbelievable. This is going to break the internet.
Yeah, I've got it all.
We've got whips.
I can get you on your knees, and we can give you a good scene too.
Oh my giddy Aunt Mary. This is comedy gold at its finest. So this is the kind of stuff that they like to dress up in there.
Well, this guy that I'm talking about, he likes pink, so he's got like a really cute little dress,
And
and
it has literally got a bit for your cock.
yeah.
Might be a bit small, that for me.
Hey, proof's in the pudding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, the poem.
Oh right, yes, this is my Pretty in Pink poem. Okay, so are you ready? He's pretty in pink, though his feet bloody stink. His shoes are too small, bulging bunions and all. Stockings are laddered, and his arsehole is shattered, anxiously waiting in tow to be battered. His mistress is me, as I pee with glory. On his stubble-worn face, oh, I do it with grace. My golden shower is rapidly flowing, as I look in his eyes, with anxiety showing. My power is rising in a room full of gloom. To me, he's just like the man in the moon. Pointless, pathetic, and so unenergetic. 100 canes later, and his arse is a potato. So that's about,
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow, very
I
creative.
did that one. Yeah, I love words.
So how long ago did you write that? Recent.
I change them all the time.
Yeah.
So I've been writing poetry. One of my boys is really good at poetry as well. I've been writing poetry for years, and then I just thought, why don't I just do a poetry book? Domination poetry book. I've never seen one.
No.
Didn't know one existed. And then this guy reached out to me, this artist, Oopsie Jones. I don't know if you've heard of him. You should get him on here. He's brilliant. I'll talk to you about him after, but he's a brilliant guy. He reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do, if I could help him with some of his work. As I said to you before, I love helping people.
Yeah.
Right. I just think the world needs to do more of it. You know, if I can help someone and get them somewhere, I will. Have a word.
Is this it?
Oh, that's him, Oopsie Jones. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's such a brilliant guy. So he's asked. There he is.
A handsome fella.
Oh, he's wicked. He's just, his mind is insane.
I like his
We
first
really bounced.
sentence. I'm a bipolar
Yeah, well,
artist.
yeah, I didn't want to say that.
What does
Brilliant.
AF mean?
As fuck.
Okay, right. Bipolar as
Fuck. Yeah. And he's asked, so he said to me, can you help me? Because he wanted to do a sculpture on something to do with domination. And I was like, I'd love to help you. So we chatted on the phone. I went, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an hour of my time. Meet me in King's Cross. Met him down at Coal Yard, King's Cross. He was like, oh my God, thank you so much for meeting me. And I was like, no, listen, I'm London, I'm local, so it's fine. Anyway, by the time we finished, I ate his ear off, as you can imagine. I got home and he messaged me and said, do you want to collaborate with me? And I went, oh my God, I'd love to. And he went, yeah, so I can't tell you what he's going to do, but it's absolutely banging. Because his
Amazing.
mind is just like mine. It's like, woo. So I said to him, I'm going to write a poem, and this poem is, I can't tell you how it's going to be. I will afterwards, off of the camera.
Yeah, of course.
So I wrote a poem.
So he does. It's sculptures predominantly. Is what he does, or
sculptures,
painting and everything.
Yeah, he's predominantly sculptures, I believe. But
He's got a TikTok. He's not got a TikTok.
Yeah, he has got a TikTok. That was just what you were on, wasn't it? No.
I think it was just on the website.
Oh yeah, he has got a TikTok. Because he's on my TikTok.
Oopsie Jones. Maybe his link's not working.
Oh, what a shame.
Is this it?
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, there
maybe,
he is.
Yeah, you need to tell him then. Just have a little look at that link because it doesn't appear to be working. Yeah, so it's.
But he's insane. He's brilliant.
It's modern art sculptures that looks like it's made out of household bits and bobs.
But it's the look. It's the rain that
Second
goes
now,
with it. It's
babe,
brilliant.
or the little scrotes is an expensive coat. It's oil and acrylic. Wow. Where does he? Are these on display anywhere? Has he got like a little studio in London?
I think he's got his own studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can purchase these things from him. He's brilliant. So I met him. He loved me. He actually said to me, I think what was he said to me? I think you got bipolar. I went, do you? And he went, yeah. I went, oh, why is that? He went, because you said a few things you've said to me. Because when I see men, don't take this the wrong way, all right? Take it how you want. When I see men, the first thing that comes to my mind is, I wonder how big their dick is. That's on a tube, on a train, walking down the road, meeting a teacher, seeing the doctor, everyone, even my dad. I mean, it's like, you're not special because I think it.
Yeah.
It's just what I do. My mind does that. My mind's having like 25 conversations, you know, like it's a working mind.
See, I'm not au fait with what bipolar even really means.
Nor am I.
I don't really
I don't know
Is
either.
it? I don't know.
It just made
I
me
don't know.
laugh because
Let's
it
have a
is.
look. Bipolar symptoms.
you
Bipolar
go.
disorder, formerly called manic depression, is a mental health condition that causes extreme mood swings that include emotional highs, mania or hypermania, and lows, depression. When you become depressed, you may feel sad or hopeless. That's me.
Is it?
Well, who doesn't feel super high sometimes and super low sometimes?
Yeah, I don't.
That's
That
surely
is
heaven.
normal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Full depression.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
absolutely. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Do you suffer from depression then? Have you?
But I think that I was mad when I was a box of fucking frogs, mate. You're probably thinking you are now.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, when did that change? It's not evident that it's ever
No,
changed.
seriously, when I was a little girl, I really struggled badly. Like, I struggled with friendships, I struggled with relationships, I struggled... You know, my ex-husband was my first boyfriend, really,
Yeah.
and I married him, which is ironic for the job that I... Do you know what I mean?
Come a bit closer.
I used to suffer really badly with depression. All my friends around, like one of my best mates, Colette, she's adorable. She does women's health now, and she used to go to me, just take some antidepressants. But I knew I wasn't depressed. I knew it was like ADHD. Then I didn't know what it was, but now, when looking back, it was ADHD, all sorts. They didn't diagnose us when we were younger. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've still not been diagnosed, but I know I'm different from everyone I know.
Yeah.
And I know I get judged daily by people for being different.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me, but so I wouldn't say it's depression. I'd say it was people misunderstanding me and me getting frustrated of always being the bad person, and I weren't. It was just that I spoke, and I wasn't the one that sat there. I talked and wanted to know, and was eager to find out, and why you're not well, and what's wrong, and it was too much for people, and I've always been told I'm too much. But never too much when it's your birthday. Never too much when you need me to look after your kids.
Yeah.
Never too much when you want dinner.
Yeah.
Never too much when you want to borrow 5 bob.
Yeah.
But I'm always too much when I'm it's normally because I'm probably bursting their bubble. People are looking at me and talking to me rather than them because I am interesting. I don't know, but it's a very strange world we live in, the way people are. A lot of it comes from insecurities of people.
100%.
Yeah. But anyway, this poem I wrote for him, for Oopsie Jones, for the piece that he's going to do.
Oh, you can read it? I didn't think
Yeah,
you were... Oh,
I'll
I
read
thought
it.
you
I'll
said you
read
couldn't
it.
do
No, I can't tell you what he's going to do, but I will after. It's really it's wicked, yeah. So, when Piggy meets Queenie, his world turns all dreamy. Her power and stance in a world of finance. Elegant, crisp, very hard to resist. Fiery, contagious, on a ride that's outrageous. Pure indulgence from Mistress Q, as his tongue licks her pointed, shiny black shoe. It's wild, it's fascination, it's financial domination. Findom confliction, set around like addiction. Yes, mistress, no, mistress. How much do I owe, mistress? Like educating Rita, you'd be so proud to meet her.
Amazing. So good. So that's a poem
To go
with your collaboration.
To go with my collaboration.
Wow. Has he read it?
Yeah.
Does he love it?
I sent it to him straight away. We loved it. Fell in love with it.
How long does it take you to do these? Fairly quick?
5 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah.
You
I've
always
got that
hear
in
the
mind.
best musicians, songs, things like that, and you're like, one of the greatest songs ever, and they're like, yeah, it took us like 3 minutes to write. We just
I've
did
written
it.
a full
Boom.
song on Queenie Gold, like that I want to do with the band. I've written, a middle eight and everything. Yeah. You give me a subject, I'll do you a poem.
Because you're a singer in a band, aren't you?
Yes.
And what's the real name of the band?
The real name of the band is called The Jars.
And
Hi
what do you
Tim,
call it?
Hi Splat, hi John, and hi David.
Do they know what you really call it?
So it's called The Jars, and everyone takes the piss and says, "Oh, you mean the jugs?" But I call it. He's like Beavis and Butthead, isn't he?
You won't know who they are.
Oh yeah, right.
Do you know Beavis and Butthead are?
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis
Oh,
and
he
Butthead.
doesn't. Love that.
You said penis.
Yeah, Willie. Oh.
So the real name that you call them?
Queenie and the Foreskins. I think it's such a better name than The Jars. Tell me what you think. Queenie and the Foreskins or The Jars?
It's definitely the Foreskins.
Isn't it?
So it's soft rock.
Yeah, soft rock. So I sing the covers.
Yeah.
I'd love to do my own stuff.
Yeah.
But, you can't do everything. Can't be good at all.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
If we had long enough, maybe we could.
Yeah, listen, anything that I choose to do, I'm absolutely spectacular, fabulous, amazing at. If I don't choose to do it, I'm either shit at it or I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, what's the point of doing it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So where do you perform? Is it just local pubs and clubs and things like that?
Weddings, birthdays, bar mitzvahs.
Ling it down.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, every time I do a gig, I get another gig. Like, I'm not even joking. They call me Charlie Mercury. Because I perform.
So,
Yeah.
how many weddings have you performed at and then got some customers for the other business?
Well, actually, let's not talk about weddings, because weddings you don't really get much business from. But I'll tell you where you do get businesses from.
Funerals.
Funerals. 4 weddings and 4,000 funerals. Yeah, I got married in that church, by the way. 4 weddings and a funeral. The last
Did you? The one in the film?
Yeah, the last church where they look inwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
What fast that was.
It wasn't as glamorous as it was in the movie.
No, it was so much more glamorous. Yeah. So,
Funerals.
Funerals.
Talk to me about this.
So I've been, over the past 6 months, I've been to about 4 funerals, which is really sad. Bittersweet. Because I get clients. So I go to a funeral, full dominatrix dressed up. I go in my leather Mac.
Yes.
I go in my leather trousers, skin tight. I go in my big dominatrix shoes there that you can see.
I can
Yeah.
see them.
And I go in a full corset. Yeah.
There's going to be loads of blokes out there thinking, you
Yeah.
lucky man, Nick, holding these.
Well, you won't be so lucky when I'm standing on you in them later. So I go in full dominatrix because I've always, from a really young child, when I was a little girl, I used to stand at the garden gate for old people to go past because I knew they'd give me sweets.
Yes.
So I've always, been one step ahead of the elders.
Mm.
And at funerals, it's a lot of the
It's the same
older
thing.
men, they're women. It's a different generation. So they've had 2 kids, and that was the last time they had sex. Yeah, because their woman is a lady from the 50s, or they don't touch them, they don't even look at them, they're repulsed by them. Yeah, so older men become perverts, and I help them sort that out.
Amazing.
Yeah, because they can't get a Roger anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they just would like to have a lovely woman around. Seriously, I had a job last night that came in. It was in Hertford. He wanted me to go to Hertford at 10 o'clock last night. I just couldn't be bothered to go. And then I phoned one of my old friends, old man, and he went, "I'll take you." I went, "Will you?" And he went, "Yeah." So he took me, waited an hour outside, and then brought me back.
Wow.
Old people love me. He's an old man. He's just anything to be around me.
What sort of age is old?
39. No, I'm joking. No, old. I should say older, mature. Well, I've got a client who's 89. That's a worry for me.
Do you take a defib with you in your bag?
No, and there's not even one at the station.
I think you need to invest in one.
Yeah. Where I live, though, in London, lots of people with money have been buying defibrillators and buying the phone boxes and putting them into the phone box.
Yes,
and
they
there's
do.
one near me. There's
Yeah.
quite a few of them, actually. But talking about, I'm always around to help people. I'm changing the subject again, I know I am. This guy, I was going to my son's sports day, right? And I was late. My ex-husband was in the country. And he went to the sports day. And I said to him, "You better go." He weren't going to go. "No, you got to go. You don't get, to see my little boy last sports day before senior school." I said, "I'll be there." He went, "You better." I was like, "I will." On my way back from meeting my daughter, this guy starts chatting to me and then falls on the floor, has a heart attack. And I'm standing there. All I'm thinking is, my boy's doing his race in a minute. 8 minutes, he's doing his race. This poor man's having a heart attack. But I go straight into mode. Straight mode.
in.
Coats off, under his head, in the position. I saw an ambulance down the road, legs it down the road. It was right outside Sainsbury's. Banging on the ambulance, opened the door, no one in there, they must be seeing someone. Ran back, sent this bloke, went, "Go down to the station, see if they've got a defibrillator now." He's like that, he's running down there, comes back, they ain't got one. I'm like, what the fuck? The station's not got a defibrillator. I mean, that is that is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, insane. A London Underground.
Yeah, crazy.
Right? Then another ambulance is coming along, so I've jumped in the road, stopped him. He's stopped and got out, come over, And he's like, I'm on the phone to 999. He's taken the phone and went, you need to get someone here now, quick. I've got someone on board. I need to get him to the hospital. Just how crazy it is in London. And the car comes with the do-do-do-do. He comes around, sorts him out and puts him on the ambulance. I've seen his name. I've phoned 191 to get the company he works for, rang them up, got his manager on the phone, said, you need to get down here now. One of your boys, he's on his lunch break. He comes down, he's like, oh my God, I hope someone like you looks after me when I'm not well. Did it all, and then got to sports day.
Wow. How long ago was this?
About 6 months ago.
Now, you see, if you'd have told me this before I met you today, I'd have said, fucking hell, that's a bit of a tall tale. But I've just seen the police pull up with you.
Oh, everyone, listen, that's what I'm saying to you.
It's
Seriously, yeah.
unbelievable.
And you've probably noticed from me by now, I'm not the sort of person that lies.
No.
I talk too much.
Yeah.
I can't.
So you saved a man's life.
I don't know if I did save his life.
Did your son win the
I've never
race?
seen him before. Never seen him again.
Did your son win the race?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, he's wicked.
Good.
Yeah, I said to him, he was doing the last lap, he did the 800 metres. He's always at the back and then he just goes zzz, like a whippet. And I'm like, yes, you will have dinner tonight. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Tell me about your marriage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't think he was going to talk about this. And that was it, really.
How long were you married?
We were together for 20 years.
From when you were very young.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
young.
First love.
Yeah, I guess it was.
And you were obviously doing what you're doing now part-time.
Was doing it when he met me.
How does a man feel about that when you're intimate with somebody and a partner?
You know, Nick, when you're young and you meet someone that's into that shit and they're in like an inky squeeze, people call me, yeah? And you think, oh yeah, they're wicked, sex is great, everything's great, they look great when they go out, yeah, they're a dominatrix, but that's fine, a curd turn on it.
Yeah, tell my mates, I'm one of the fucking lads.
Yeah. Until they actually fall in love with you.
Yeah. Yep.
And then the whole journey becomes an insecure mess.
Yes. Because he's ultimately sharing you, isn't he? No matter which way you
Okay.
He's sharing you, and if someone's in love with you, I think from a man's point of view, they don't want to share you.
I think that's bullshit.
Do you reckon?
Let me tell you something.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's not sharing me. What you got to put into perspective is the relationship, okay? So let me just go back a bit and tell you a bit more about it. So this is a man that could do whatever he wanted. I'm very liberal. If I'm in a relationship with you, Nick, okay, say me and you fell in love, I would never tell you what you can and can't do. Mm-hmm. All my mates have vouched for me on this. They don't understand me. Even now with what's going on, which I'll tell you after, I'm just really cool. I'm chilled. I let you do whatever you want because I do believe that if you do something wrong, it will come back to you. I'm not the person to tell you don't do that. Mm-hmm. I've never been that person. Never been the person that says don't do that. I'm always pro. If you think that that's right to do, do it.
Yeah.
I'm married to you. I don't own you. And I always think that's really important. Like young girls and the boyfriend don't want me to see that person. Don't be with that boyfriend then. That boyfriend has no right to tell you who you can and can't see.
Yeah.
We're our own people. It's about trust.
Yeah.
You got to trust me.
Yeah.
You should trust me to be in a room in a G-string or naked with men. Even if their dicks are hard looking at me. You should trust me. And it's all right to say it's not you I don't trust, it's them. No, you trust me. Trust me, and I promise you I will not do you wrong. If anything happens, you will be the first person to know because I will tell you. Right?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I totally get what you're saying.
I don't ever want my boys to be controlling their girls. And I don't ever want a girl to control my boy.
No.
Right?
But equally, you...
So he used to, every Christmas, him and his mates, and I wonder if any of the wives would be listening because none of the other wives knew about this apart from me. They'd get the penthouse suite at Sanderson or somewhere, and they'd get like 4 or 5 hookers, him and all his mates at Christmas and New Year, and have them in the room. I never moaned about that, so how's he sharing me?
Well,
I'm getting paid for a job that's supporting our family.
Yeah.
He's not sharing me.
Well, when you put it like that,
But I'm sharing him in that situation
100%.
and not saying a word.
100%.
And he's coming home with a video of the night
And you
to put on for me and him.
literally weren't bothered.
No.
You are totally okay with that?
No, I'm
Wow.
okay. Yeah, I love it. I love women.
You are a rare breed.
I am really...
A rare breed.
My mates always go, like... Yeah, I am. I am really... I don't know if it's something inside that isn't functioned the way that other people are, but I just see no one has the right to tell you what to do. You know, there's no disrespect.
Wonder what the world would be like if everybody was like that. Every single person was like that. Have you ever seen that film called The Invention of Lying?
No, I don't watch telly.
Ricky Gervais. It's absolutely amazing.
I don't watch films like got concentration to.
But he basically lives in a world where nobody lies. They can't lie. It's just not something they do. So everything is just completely truthful. And then about halfway through the film, his mother's on her deathbed, and just as she's about to die, she says to him, "Do you think that there's a heaven?" Now he's obviously going to go, "No, Mum, I don't," blah, 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 blah. And as he's about to say it, he goes, "Yes, Mum, I do think there is." And that's the first lie that's ever been told in that universe. And then all of a sudden he's got a superpower because he's walking up to people in the street and there's a lovely, lovely looking woman and he's like, "There's a meteorite going to hit the earth in 24 hours unless me and you get into the nearest hotel now and have sex." And she's like, "Okay, let's go, gone."
I earn a fortune.
Walks into the bank. He says, "I've just tried to get cash out of the machine out there. I tried to get £1,000 out. It's not worked." "No worries, sir. Let me get you your money." And all of a sudden, he's this superhero.
Wow.
Because he's the only person that is fantastic. But as a concept, which leads me on to a little bit what we were talking about then. Imagine if everybody was like you and as open and trusting. I don't know, would we be in a better place? Would we be in a worse place?
We used to go to Las Vegas, me and my husband, and like...
Just
All
let rip.
the time, yeah.
Did you?
I love girls, yeah. As long as, you know, what one do you want tonight? I'll have that one, right? Yeah. We've been to Vegas loads. One of my kids is named after there. Like, you know, it's...
I've never been. I've never even been to Amsterdam.
Oh, my God.
Never been to... So I met my wife. So I had a serious
What,
relationship...
your future ex-wife or your ex-wife? I always say that. I always say, like...
My future ex-wife.
Yeah, I always say to myself, he's my future ex-husband. Do you know, like, if I see someone I like, because I want to be with him, but they don't want to be with me, so he's future ex, yeah?
But I was in a serious relationship from sort of 16 to 19, first girlfriend, proper girlfriend,
Wow.
and then that split up, and then I met my wife-to-be at 22. So I only had a couple of years where I was kind of like a single bloke. Then married until 2018. So all my mates, they've all done the Amsterdam, they've done the Vegas, they've done the hookers, all of this, and I've never done any of it. Never done any of it, and I don't know if it really. I don't know. Amsterdam good?
I just think, do you know what? In life, because tell you, you can have one hell of a journey,
Yes.
or you can have one hell of a struggle, and it's your choice. It is your choice, and there will be few struggles on the way, but we don't live for long.
No.
Life is really short. My
Yep.
best mate died 9 years ago. As I said, I'm guardian to her daughter, and it shocks the hell out of you when when someone says to you, "You're going to die. You've only got so long to live," you then panic. Just live your life now. Don't worry. Just live your life. Go for it. You know, I always think life's too short. Don't think, "Oh no, I couldn't do that." Do it. You never know till you've had a go. And if you have a go and you don't like it, don't do it again.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like...
But why do you think that most people don't have that attitude? Because that's where I am now in life. It's the entire reason I started making my TikTok channel. It's the entire reason we started doing this, because I thought, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what feels right. And as long as I'm not hurting anybody in the process, I don't mind being called a dickhead and people laughing at me. It was funny because I was on live the other day, and when I first started getting a few thousand followers, my girls would come in from school some days and be like, "Oh, Dad, you're so embarrassing. Gemma's mum saw you and this and that and the other," and they're all taking the piss. Gemma's mum wants to go out with me now.
Yeah, I bet.
Now you're nearly on 200,000
Yeah,
followers.
yeah, I bet.
It's all changed.
No,
you know what I
of
mean?
course.
And then you've got mates phoning you up saying, "What the fuck are you doing TikTok for?" Now all of a sudden they're like, "Do you reckon you could help me run my TikTok for my business?" So people think you're crazy until you're successful in it.
I had a couple of people today say to me, "Why are you going and doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you going and doing it? You've never done anything like that." What? And a few people online going, why are you interviewing her about me? And I was like, I'm doing it because I want to do it.
Why not?
Yeah, I want to do
Why
it.
not?
I reached out. I want to do it. I want to talk to people. I don't think people understand or get it. And I also think that this is a great way of me to open up more on my TikTok, which I want to do.
100%.
As you know, my Instagram got taken away.
What were you on that? How many followers were you on that?
I can't remember. It's over 1,000. But yeah.
You just got to be very careful. So what we do with these podcasts is we'll get it uploaded within the next couple of days, and then we get about 30 viral clips from it of just certain things, and you wouldn't believe how amazing they are. It comes up with all the text. We'll send them all to you, and you can put them on your TikTok, on your Instagram, and everything like that. And they're really good. They're really good. And look, I'll help you get your social media side of things. I don't want anything from you. I'll just help you
I'll
do
give,
that
babes,
and get it out there.
Listen, you give, I give. And
because that's. I think social media is so powerful, and people can change their lives with it. They can. The amount of money that is going to be earned in the next decade on platforms like this is crazy. And I want people to be able to say to that fucking boss that don't give a shit about them, fuck you. Yeah. I'm going to go and make 5 TikTok videos a day about me building Lego in my underpants upstairs, and I'm going to make $3,000 a month doing it.
In my Goldie pants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people don't realise the power of it. You know, some people are going to watch this podcast and think that was the best thing I've ever watched. And some people are going to watch it and go, that was fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Because the people that like it, the people that don't. And that's, if you've got that attitude, then there really is no stopping you. So what's next then for Miss Goldie, Charlie,
Queenie Gold?
Queenie Gold? What's the next chapter?
Okay, so the next chapter for me, obviously I'm still going to continue
thrashing men, yes.
Pounding my subs. You have no idea, ladies, I tell you, seriously, how much work goes into being a man. Those hip thrusts. I'm telling you, you want a bum like mine? Get thrusted. Next, my book. I want to bring a poetry book out.
Yep.
Queenie Gold Domination poetry book. I don't think there's a dominatrix poetry book out there. I have looked. Obviously, I'd love someone to help me publish it. But if not, maybe I'll do it on Amazon myself.
Yeah.
But I'd obviously love a big publisher out there that's listening to come and help me do it, because it's brilliant.
There's loads of other methods that you can do now. You can, I mean, just using social media, you can get subscription, people paying you a subscription on there for various things.
Yeah.
So you could do that and package that up as part of it. But yeah, there's loads of things, and I'm sure it will sell like. But I really do think that we need a proper book as well.
We're going to have a proper book.
I think we need a proper book.
Yeah, we are going to have a proper book. Girl from the Ends, you know.
Absolutely.
Queen from the Ends.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I'd call it, but...
Because there's maybe even a TV show in there.
Do you know, obviously I've called it Secret Diary of Dominatrix.
Yeah.
Secret Diary of Cool Girl. That's where I got that from, you know, with Danny. Not Danny. What's her name? Billy.
What? Billy
yeah.
who?
From Secret Diary of a Cool Girl.
I've not even. Yes.
Remember?
I've only heard the name of it. I've never read it or watched it or whatever.
It was a TV show.
Yes.
She was basically a cool girl.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, my best friend works for Channel 4 and Netflix. And his business partner was in Top Boy.
Ah, wow.
They live in London.
Oh,
That's where their
amazing.
offices are.
Oh, perhaps we could have a conversation.
Well, we'll pitch something to them. Yeah,
absolutely,
we'll pitch
that'd be
something
amazing.
to them. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they're always looking for those types of things, you know, quirky kind of...
There is a production company in Marbella that have asked me if I want to do a documentary.
Yeah.
But I'm up for all sorts. I'm up.
100%.
Listen, I'm up for anything.
Yeah.
Like literally, Nick.
I'm up for anything.
The only thing is, that's the handle, darling.
Have you got any regrets?
Never. I don't regret anything
Nothing.
in life. No, nothing. Regrets of what I haven't done. I mean, yeah. No regrets at all. No.
If somebody were to...
Maybe. No regrets, but I trust in people. I'm a loyal person. a lot of people have treated my kindness as a weakness because I'm very kind.
Yeah.
But that's on a daily. That's just the way I am. Can't help the way you are, can you?
No.
You know. But I just walk away from them. I don't explain to people why I'm
Well,
not
it says
talking to
more
them
about them
anymore.
than you, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Which
I
is
walk away.
Yeah, and I think it's best to be kind and have your heart broken a few times.
I've never had my heart broken.
Never.
Never in my life. Never.
Never?
No. I've never had my heart broken.
Have you ever loved anybody? Truly, deeply loved them?
That's a really shit question to ask me. I've got 3 kids with a man and I was married to him. Yeah, but I'll answer you. I don't know if I know what love is. And I'll be really honest with you. I love my friends like you wouldn't believe. But I think I love my mum and dad. I love my brother.
It's different though, isn't it?
It's different love. I've never had my heart broken. No. I think I did a TikTok where someone said about I'm scared you might break my heart, and then they said I might break your heart, and I went never had my heart broken, never.
Do you think you might one day?
I don't think I'll ever be in love with anyone. I don't think anyone will love me, and I'm not saying that in a way. Oh my God, I'm never going to be loved at all. I just think that men are too insecure. I've never met a man that is secure enough to love me for me and what I do. And yet, do you know what? People say that's a big ask. Not in my world, it's not. I'm putting Quan on the table, yeah? I would expect you to do the same. I'm not going to bullshit you. I don't like wasting time. Hate wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Because we've not got much of it.
Absolutely not. I won't waste anyone's time. You couldn't get anyone more blunt or more straight down the line.
But it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's refreshing to sit and speak to somebody.
And I will always proper look at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there aren't many people that can hold eye contact.
No.
And I don't know if it's a skill that needs to be taught or something. It certainly needs to be practiced.
Did you know what else I do?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I know I said I've done loads of things.
Squirt.
Have you got a bottle of lemonade?
We haven't.
Oh, 'cause
I'll tell you something off camera in a bit.
All right, and I'll do something off camera for you in a bit. I didn't do it this year, but normally in the previous 5 years, I do confidence classes for children age 4 to 18 through poetry.
Wow.
And I do age 4 to 12, 13, 4 to 9, 4 to 8, 9 to 13, and 14 to 18.
She's not great with numbers, guys.
No, only money. I was trying to work out the ages. I've done it for a year. And they're 2-hour slots, 2-hour classes. I do 20 kids in a class. And it's brilliant. And it's all about eye contact. Mm. If they get nervous, they do the Charlie dance. So they're not nervous anymore.
What's the Charlie dance? Charlie from TikTok?
No, I'm Charlie. Mate.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was something I should have known.
Yeah, I'll show you later, the dance. And yeah, I had a mum come and find me because I do photo shoots. I was a stylist for years, fashion stylist. So I do photo shoots and a model agency, a friend of mine in Marbella, she gets me to do her shoots sometimes in London because she can't come over. And a mum came and found me, this lady, and her son was 4, and he'd been told by 2 doctors he was autistic. And he had 4 hours with me. She came, she bought me chocolates. I mean, she was on her knees crying. And she said to me, I can't believe it. The teacher's asking, who's Charlie? Because he's got eye contact now. And when he feels nervous, they see him dancing in the corner, and then he feels better. I mean, it's just... Look, can you see these goosebumps?
I can see them.
Yeah.
And your eyes are welling up.
Yeah, insane. I love giving. I just love giving back.
But that's got to be... It's slightly different, but I've been a tennis coach, and when you see somebody that you've worked with go and achieve something that you are not wholly responsible for, but a large
You've
portion...
nurtured them through that.
You have.
Yeah.
It's very, very... You can't describe it. It's like saying to somebody, describe the colour yellow for me. You can't without using the word yellow. You can't describe it to somebody, and those people that have never done it will never know what it feels like. But it's a very human connected feeling that you've passed on something and had an impact in a positive way on their life.
And listen, if they go further, they're never going to forget you.
Honestly, I've been so blessed.
Do you know?
I've worked with so many, mainly young lads, and I say to most of them, now Ben's another one that's going to be there. All of these young lads that I've worked with, I would be happy for any one of them, from one of my daughters, to come home one day and say, obviously there's an age difference, but you know, if they brought the...
Watch out, mate.
But you know,
Oh, my God.
if they brought a young man back like that was well-rounded and
No.
spoke and could have a
Yeah.
laugh and was educated and took, you know, a sport seriously, you'd be like, I've done all right here, you know.
Do you know what? I say that about me. If my boys bring home a girl like me, I've done so fucking well, let me tell you.
But that's, you know, and I think it's testament to being open and leaving nothing out. Because people leave things out because they're scared of what's going to be said or done or the ramifications that come from it.
Yeah. One more poem.
Yeah.
Right, last poem. This one I went to an event on my own. I go most places on my own. I go for dinner on
So
my
an
own,
event, what kind of event?
a
dominatrix event or
No.
just a random thing?
random thing. Lots of people knew me there.
Yeah.
But they were with their husbands, which I don't have. Thank God. Let me find it. And it basically clocks up nights, and you'll get it when like. You'll get it when I can find it. Do you know what I mean? I'm unique. Queenie Gold. No. The feeling was strange. The dungeon stank of subs and wank. That's a good one, isn't it? You'd like that one. Hey, right, this one. This is it. So you can imagine I've gone there. When I go out.
You go out.
I go out.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason I do that, I say to my youngest, does Mummy look nice? He goes, obviously. Like, he always says, Mummy, you always look amazing. All my boys do. And they always spark up too. But this, oh my God. So, yeah, here we go. Kapow, wow, what a night. I could tell in his, oh no, this isn't the one. I fucked up there, didn't I? Oh. Anyway, listen. Yeah, don't worry, I can't find it, but it was a really good one.
Read, is that one that you just started with?
Yeah? Or should I do the one with subs and
You
wank?
had me at kapow. Yeah, let's do the subs and wank.
Okay.
Wank and skank.
Yeah. The dungeon stank of subs and wank. Not a familiar smell to most, and definitely not the time to boast. Sticky props and big fat locks, whips and canes, there's even reins. Boys dress as girls and girls take control, reminiscing of times it was hard to let go. On go the straps, in goes the gag, when really, I think all he wants is a shag. Stockings to follow, corset for sure. All I ask is that you shut the front door.
Very good. Really good. Yeah. Really good.
You look shocked.
No, I like creativity. It's good. It's good. And I think this is why these long form kind of content, you get to know somebody over the course of 1, 2, 3 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And amazing. I've only ever seen a dungeon once.
Have you?
Yes.
I use a lovely dungeon. There's some nice dungeons in London. There's a really good
The
one in
London
Islington.
Dungeons.
Yeah. If you type in dungeon in London, that's what comes up.
That's what comes up. Yeah.
Oh, you've done it then?
Yeah.
Blue Door Dungeon's a really good one that I use quite often in Islington, off Chapel Market.
I don't know the names of the streets in Loughborough. Never mind London.
But I've got a playroom in my house.
Okay. With all that kind of stuff in?
It's a playroom, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any of them men that get dressed up as babies?
Yes.
Yes.
I've got giant nappies in one of my drawers at home.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this it?
Oh, yeah, that's
Blue Door
Blue
Dungeon.
Door Dungeon. There you
Oh,
go.
wow. It looks like a scene out of Saw.
Oh, yeah.
You know the film Saw?
Yeah, if you're ever in London, I'll take you down there.
Oh, wow.
One day.
So how many people on average would be in there at once? Is that just
When
would you,
I'm in
you
there,
and one person?
me and my sub, or one or two subs I'll take in there, if there's a double session. There's a medical room.
With the
No, that's seriously, I've had a few touch and goes in medical room. Suffocation bags. You know, or you...
Oh, so it's like role play. Oh, fuck me. So that's like role play stuff.
Yeah, down the urethra. I mean, this is what I mean by girls who think they are a dominatrix. Unless you're trained, it's a very dangerous game. Do you know what I was saying earlier? They think by kicking their arm, a dominatrix, I beat them up and take their money.
Oh my God, there's fucking boxing gloves.
But
and
it's
stuff.
actually, I think I've got a TikTok. Have I done a TikTok of my sub in the background with a dog mask on barking?
Not seen it.
Yeah, and I said bark. Don't be a pussy.
So you kick the shit out of people with some of this stuff
Cock
sometimes?
and ball torture is very, I mean, when I do cock and ball torture, that's major, yeah. I mean, the electrodes go on the balls. You know, my shoes...
A stamping on them.
They're on the cross. I'm kicking them in the bollocks. Or if they don't want to stand up, I can lay them down and hammer their ball sack to like a chopping board. There you go.
Is that you?
No. Of course it's me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No. He's in a box.
That's a man.
So this box, there's nowhere to sit in that box. It's just a box where you have to squat.
That's next level of essence.
Yeah. Pathetic.
Do you know who she looks like there? Christina P. You know, the comedian, amazing American comedian. She's married to Joe Rogan's mate. Yes.
Christina P.
Christina P. Christina Pazowski or something like that. Ever such a funny woman. She's married to Tom Segura. Yeah.
She's got blonde hair.
She looks just like that. Yeah, she's got blonde hair. Yeah, looks just like that. That's when I said to you, oh, is that you?
Her. Nothing like that.
No, you do. They're not decent pictures.
Sorry, he didn't mean that.
No, you do. Oh, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh, wow.
Just on that picture there.
Like that one. That mad one there, probably, wasn't it? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
She's going absolutely crazy on
There,
someone.
yeah.
She's ever so funny.
Is
Ever
she?
so funny, yeah.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, like
Oh.
major.
She's funny.
Fucking idiot. No, but you know, some comedians aren't funny, are they?
I don't find comedians funny. Mr. Bean, oh my God.
Oh, you like that
I'll
kind
be on the
of?
floor, laughing, like I'll be
Yes.
rocking, like...
Yes.
Yeah, that's my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, some the humour I just don't get it. She's funny, yeah. I think she is. So you mentioned something about shoving something down the urethra,
Yeah.
and my mind's stuck on that.
I'm not sure if I've got the instrument with
Oh
me today.
fuck me! I hope
Well,
not.
we can do it all later anyway, so don't worry.
And
yeah.
men,
There's
do they
lots of-
like it or?
As I said in the room, there's only one person that can be happy, Nick, and that has to be me. Okay?
Oh, have you ever shit on anyone?
Loads of times.
Fucking
I've got a poem
hell.
on Scat. Oh yeah, I make truffles for them to eat.
And they eat it. Of course they eat.
Yeah,
What
I've written a
stupid
poem on
question.
it. Yeah, they come back later for truffles. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Little box, take home, yeah, my truffle. I'd love to come and eat your truffles, mistress. Then you will. You will eat my truffles. I'm going to have a curry tonight, and I'm going to make the truffles in the morning.
How much is a truffle?
A session. Yes,
It's part of the session.
Yeah, the sessions are a lot more expensive when... yeah, I mean, should I be saying how much I charge?
No,
No.
but it's all part of the
Part of the
experience
package,
and the
yeah.
package.
You know, there's different packages. So if you just want regular scat where you're going to come in, some people like you to do it on top of a glass table.
Yes,
They're
I've
not
heard
the
of
real
this.
Ones.
There's all the young girls going over to Dubai doing it, isn't there?
Idiots.
Paying loads of money.
What idiots?
You
No,
think?
Yeah, they're not just doing that. They're made to do things that, when they're over there, it is I've heard some really bad stories.
Really?
Yeah, girls thinking they're just going to get loads of money, go over there. There's no respect there. There's...
It's
Someone
people with
rang me.
so much money
Yeah, but
that they believe.
if it's too good to be true, it's
yeah.
normally too good to be true,
Yes.
Nick, you know?
Yeah.
It's an old saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's devastating. But anyway, so I do it on a glass table for the ones that are not real. They just want to see your bum open up. I mean, that's not really... And have a look perv.
Yeah.
And then when the shit comes, the funniest thing is when the shit comes, even though there's glass there, they go...
But the real men.
The real men, all over
It's like
them.
Mr. Whippy.
They've got beards and everything. And you know when you want it to go everywhere?
You can.
Yeah, and you know what? No, you're not cleaning yourself here. You're going home like it. Clean yourself up yourself.
How common is it?
More common than you think.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, so I do different packages. So you can get the glass table package, which is... I'm not interested. I don't even want to talk to you when you want that doing. But I'll let you in. And then you get just all over the face and body, or all over the face, and then golden shower to clean it off, or golden shower first.
Seems fair.
Yeah, but Nick, each to their own. No judgment. Everyone likes what they like. You know, you like Jaffa cakes. I like chocolate digestives. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all different.
Yeah.
They eat it. Some of them just want it. They like. You can ask for a funnel, so that it will just go straight into you, and you just eat it all. Yeah.
Are there any women that you work with
Yeah.
that you come to? Yeah.
I've got a sub woman.
Have you? Have you?
I did a video on her actually. She wasn't seen.
Are
but she
they
came
as perverse as the men, or the men are the worst? I suppose it's difficult to say because you're going to have far more men doing it, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's different for women. They're just... I hate to say this, but they act pathetic, women, around me. It's almost like I'm a mummy to a woman. So.
Really?
Yeah, whereas the men, it's a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. They'll be a little bit more naughty because they want to get punished.
Yeah.
Do you know? Or they'll... It's just more... I don't know. It's more serious with a woman, I'd say.
You prefer the men?
I love men and women. But
in that setting?
yeah, it's nothing
Yes.
more satisfying than,
Yeah.
like, you know, telling a man what
Have
to
you
do.
not really fucking hurt someone when you kick them in the bollocks?
Yeah, do you want to see?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. My only worry, I was having... So Lau Hardy does my tattoos. I don't know if you know him. Brilliant tattoo artist.
No.
He's been going for years. He's an old teddy boy in London, North London. He's got his shop. He's been there about 45 years, I reckon. Brilliant. He's done all like the footballers and da-da-da-da. But he's a real geezer.
Yeah.
Big geezer.
Yeah.
Covered. Do you know what I mean? Covered in tattoos. Why did I mention him? What was I saying?
Well, you were going to show me a picture
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
you absolutely abused somebody.
What was it him?
No, you're joking. No.
You were talking about your tattoos and then
Absolutely
you went on
not.
to him.
Yeah. I was just talking about tattoos, went on to Lau. My worry is an older man. So that's what I was saying in the tattoo shop. There was a policeman in there having a tattoo done undercover in his tattoo. You know when you like listening to their conversations, you can't help. And he was talking about he works in Hackney and he does the undercover crackhead. He dresses up like and does.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I was thinking, he must know a thing, thing or two. I have a little word. I always want to have a little word to see what had happened to me if one of them died. Because I've got that 89-year-old, yeah? And a lot of them are old. So I went, oh, you won the other people? And he was like, what? And I went, are you a COSA? And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm a policeman. I was like, oh, right, okay. Anyway, so Lara went, what are you going to ask? I went, I'm a dominatrix. And what would happen? What should I do? Should I run away or should I stay on the scene? And
What did he say?
I've never come across anything like that before in my life. And I've been in the police force. And he went, well, you'd need to stay there. And I went, but then what? I'm battering him and he dies. Am I going to get done for murder? Because it's all it's all word. It's an old-fashioned trait. It's not like we
There's
get
no
a contract
contract.
out
Yeah, of course not.
and sign a contract
Yeah.
and say,
Yeah, yeah.
I give
consent
her
to-
consent
yeah.
to
Yeah,
batter
yeah.
the fuck out
Yeah.
of me, you know?
Yeah.
And he went, I don't know. I really don't know it, but I wouldn't run away. I'm like, so now I'm thinking,
Fuck.
do I need to go and get consent forms? Do you know what I'm saying? I give
you could be
Mistress
the-
Queenie Gold
yeah.
consent
Yeah.
to crack my bollocks today.
You could be the secretary at the start. That could be
Yeah.
part of the role play, couldn't it? Come to my office.
do you know how many times I've been a secretary? I mean, I'd be a shit secretary, but I am good in the office.
Is that the number one thing? Would you say?
No.
What's
no.
the number one thing that the men ask for?
What do you reckon?
Pegging.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I peg daily.
That's a
Yeah.
title for the book.
I nearly
I
bought
peg
all
daily.
of my different sizes, but I just thought you might not be into that.
I'm not into that.
No.
No.
But you'll be surprised that if you tried it, you'd love it.
I don't think
Can
so.
I tell you, Nick, it's not most of the guys that I peg are proper geezers.
Are they?
Proper fucking geezers, yeah. Proper geezers. Couple of them are. If I didn't peg them, I'd well fancy them.
So, what's going on there then?
Because it's your G spot, you know. It's just sex. It's only taboo. It's only because people have said you shouldn't do it. But why not? It's part of the body.
And clearly the wives and stuff aren't into it.
No.
Anyway, you're going to show me this photo.
Yeah, 80% of them are married, yeah.
Are they?
Of my client,
Are
most
they?
of them. Yeah, it's very rare that I get a guy who isn't married. Very rare. You know, but at the same time, I've probably saved over 1,000 marriages.
Yeah.
1,000? A lot of marriages.
A lot of marriages, yeah.
For the reason, because they talk to me. I give them a perspective of a woman. I'm not one of the... They don't talk to me and I go, fuck her. No. I go, well, you have to look at it from a woman's point of view. And this is... So, yeah, I believe that I've saved a lot of...
Well, it is a therapy session, isn't it then?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Perhaps I should show you these after. Oh, the video's coming up of the policeman.
Oh, that was what... Yeah.
Yeah, the video of the policeman, I recorded
You'll
him.
find that you've got a new subscriber when you get back, and it'll
No,
be PC.
I didn't tell him who I was.
He'll find you. Don't worry.
Do you reckon?
Of course he will.
I don't think so. I'll find it after, because there's a few
So
of
you've
them.
absolutely wrecked them.
Yeah, I mean...
Any hospitalisations?
I've been fire station. I'm one of them people. I lost 11 debit cards last year, Nick. Okay, and I'm always losing door keys, and so as you can imagine, I've got chastities in there, and I have to keep the key for the chastity, which I normally put around my neck on one of the necklaces or on a leather cuff, and I've only ever lost one, maybe two, three keys.
So then you have to go to the fire station and
Once
get them
I've been
cut
to the
off.
fire station to get him to cut it off of him, yeah, off of his knob. And then another one, I couldn't find the key, but I hadn't lost it. I found it, and the chastity that I put on him was too small for his dick.
So he's in agony.
Oh my God, agony, yeah, and that was at hospital. I had to take him to hospital. But it's all part of the parcel. It's humiliation. It's what they love, you know. It's
And
part
do you
of
find
it.
that a lot of the time these blokes are in high-powered positions?
A lot of the time.
All of the time?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, very, yeah.
So that kind of goes hand in hand with
Yeah,
it.
if they're not in a high-powered position, they'll just want CP, basic CP, bit of corporal punishment, bit of spanking on the arse, over the knee, spanking the, know, they're just for curiosity. But most of the clients, like when I was a piercer, the guys from the city with the briefcases were the ones who were having the 18-carat, 24-carat gold, 5mm Prince Albert through their knob.
Yeah. Wow.
Because
The
they can
people that
afford
you would
it.
Never think
They can afford it.
they can afford it, but you
It's a
wouldn't-
different world.
Yes. So the more higher powered they are, the more.
Yeah, so I want to get boats out in Marbella, like a yacht, and have all subs on there for me, and do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
perform, and
Yeah.
yeah, I do a bit of burlesque as well.
Which is dancing.
Yeah.
Pole dancing.
No, tassels.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm a trained dancer.
Wow.
I went to Talia Conti, yeah. So.
And what would you do? Just have a yacht, just you and a load
And
of
a
blokes, or
load
would you
of
get a few
blokes.
of you out there, a few doms?
No, just me. Don't like sharing.
Do you not work with any others? No.
I have got a good friend, Kelly, who's a dom. But no.
You don't do shit together?
No, occasionally if one of us asks for a double, then she might ask, but no. No. Wow. Yeah, non-pariel.
Fucking world, isn't it?
Yeah,
So, we have a website?
I do.
So people would find you on the website?
Yeah, queeniegirl.com.
And
yeah.
what are the methods? How else? Is it word of mouth?
Word of
Can't
mouth, website, Google, Instagram, TikTok.
How many do you reckon there are out there working around London areas? Are we talking hundreds or?
What, dominatrix?
Yeah.
Real ones?
Yeah. Not many.
I don't think there's many professional dominatrix out there. I think there's lots since the lockdown and everyone going on adult work and that kind of, these different platforms. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I think they think they are because they look at other platforms where their videos are put up and they just see them kicking them and don't do that, talk, that's not it. That,
So you're one of a handful?
I think, yeah, I don't think there are many real professional ones that know, like, their real stuff, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a sex club in Essex that I go there sometimes and I'm resident dominatrix there.
Right.
And I
What
peg...
is that? Just couples just go?
Couples,
And
yeah.
It's like a swingers club?
It is a swingers club. Can I say what it's called?
Of course you can if they're happy
Yeah,
with it.
it's called Monkey Business. It's run by a girl called Michelle. It's brilliant, it is there. She's brilliant. And couples go there. Yeah, I peg the girls, I peg the boys. Couples come in and listen, do you know what was really funny? Like, I was in there about 3 months ago. 6 months ago is probably the first time I went there. She asked if I wanted to go. My website guy got me down there. And James, Delicious Web Design, he's brilliant. And
Here it is.
I was at Monkey Business.
It looks like it to me.
Yeah. So we went down
See
there,
Waffle here,
and she knew she got me a big bed and everything, like with the cage underneath for the sub to sleep in, and da-da-da. She's done it all out really cool. And we're in this room. Yeah.
Wow.
I think she just commented on one of my things the other day. We're in this room, and there's a geezer with his girl, and he was quite dominant with her, actually. So he's got his trousers open and she's doing the do, and she's leaning on all fours on the whipping table, and there's all these geezers there, and this bloke is high on something. He's saying to all the blokes, "Come on, someone do her. And all these blokes are going, like, standing there like nervous, and so I'm like, oh, do you know what? So I just get my big strap on them, and I'm doing her like a cowgirl. All these men are standing there watching. It's just like,
wow.
Do you know?
So are you resident there? You go how often? Once a month? Once every 3 months?
When I can, really, because it's far. It's in Essex. It's far for me. Do you know what I mean? So I go when I can. If I'm not gigging or I'm not doing something else.
How many days a week do you work? Every day?
When I want, which is
what's-
brilliant. I do work every day.
You do work every day?
Yeah, doing something. I go on cam. I do webcam as well. So, that
What's
kind of
that
gets...
on OnlyFans?
I've got OnlyFans. I've got OnlyFans. I haven't really promoted it, I'm not going to lie, but I need to start getting on that. And I've got adult work.
Yep.
I'm on there. I've got my website. Yeah, so I've got, you probably see I've got a work phone, and so on my work phone it's got the catalogue on it and everything with my number, so when people message me they can see it's real. I get a lot of guys come to me who say, I've been done over by someone, they said they're a dominatrix, I had to give them a deposit, they've taken my money, and when I met them they don't even know what they're doing, and that happens a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I do take a deposit up front. I've got a business card for my name. It's a proper business. It's not like I'm just doing it. They
Miss
give
Dominatrix Limited.
Queenie Gold, it's called, yeah.
Limited.
And they pay me a deposit, and they know I'm real. They can see my website. They Google me. They can see all my stuff. They know I'm not going to do them overs, and that trust is all instantly there. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a career! What a story!
Yeah, I love my
What's
life.
been the highlight so far? For anything?
Highlight so far. I think do you know what? It's not even a highlight. I stay on a daily. I am a really, really lucky girl. I honestly, you can see me going up again. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for where I'm at, for where I am and where I'm at. And people might go, oh, cheese on a ball. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking cheese all you like. I am so lucky and so grateful for where I am and the position I'm in. And nothing and no one can stop me. Doesn't matter what anyone says to me. Like, it really doesn't. Yeah, I'm fearless. I don't think I'm scared of anything. My ex-husband said that to my kids actually once. I don't think Mummy's scared of anything. I've never known her to be scared of anything. If I'm going to do something, I fucking do it. Yeah. And I love life. I love people. There's no hate. Like,
Have you always been like that, or do you think your path that you've taken sort of with your business has opened you up more to that?
no, I think I've always been... People used to say to my mum and dad all the time, oh, she'll grow out of it.
Yeah, so you've always been...
Always been different. People used to, oh, she'll grow out of it, or... oh, you again, oh, yeah, you know, or you always, even at school, the kids used to go to me, we've decided that we're not wearing our best clothes to school because it's not good, we shouldn't, because we didn't wear a uniform when I was a little girl.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we shouldn't wear the best clothes because my mum was a seamstress and my mum and dad had market stalls in the East End, so I grew up on the markets, yeah, and they sold kids' clothes.
Yeah.
So I was banging every day. I looked immaculate every day. And I loved that. I loved a little eccentric bit in me, do you know? I loved
Feeling
being
good,
different, feeling
looking
good.
nice, yeah.
And so even from a young age, girls were hating on me.
Yeah. So you've been brought up...
And a Jamaican dad and an Irish mum in the East End in the 70s. Tough growing up. And I think that's what's made me the non-judgmental person that I am. Because to look at me, when I was a little girl, I looked more mixed race because I had dark curly hair and, you know, but to look at me, you wouldn't think I was.
Never in a million
right?
years. Yeah.
So you can imagine my life growing up in London and people feeling comfortable talking to me about race and stuff because they don't know me. And I'm not one of them people that sits there and just goes, oh, yeah. No, I'll call you out on it.
Yeah.
Every time I'll call you out on it.
I bet you've heard some horrendous conversations.
Yeah, but they're conversations to me, whereas other people think they're arguments.
Yeah.
I don't argue. I want to talk about it. You know, I'm not one of them screaming girls. I don't, as much as I am, do what I do.
Mum and Dad still alive?
My mum and dad have been married 53 years. They're still together. And then back then, you can imagine, in the 70s, my mum's a white Irish girl, my dad's Jamaican, yeah? They had hell. And I actually remember walking down the high street with my mum and dad, right? Oh, I'm so protective of them. And someone shouting out the window of the van, because years ago, everyone was a Paki. If you had dark skin, you were just called a Paki. Didn't matter where you were from.
Yeah, no.
And I remember shouting out the van, oi, Paki!
To your dad, to you?
To my dad,
to
me
you
and my dad.
dad.
And I went to my dad, what did he just call you? And my dad went, no, he's calling your mum. My mum's name's Aggie. And me thinking, oh, he knows me mum. Them protecting me that young.
Yeah.
It's only when you get older, you look back at all these things, going, yeah, loads of different incidents. And it's really, like, you know, like Black Lives Matter and all that went on and everything. And obviously I was very pro that, absolutely. And lots of people go, but every life matters. Yeah, absolutely, every life matters. I know that. But the Black Lives Matter things, why was I saying that? There was a reason I was saying it.
Talking about how tough it was for your mum and dad growing up
Yeah.
in the East End.
Oh, yeah. As a white person, and a lot of black people out there, mixed race, will look at me and think I'm white.
Yeah.
You will never, ever understand what racism is like. I can't emphasise that enough.
Yeah. All
You get
of
all
my
these arrogant
Asian friends
people
say
going,
the same thing.
all lives matter. We know all lives matters, but at the minute someone's fucking been killed and we're talking about black lives, okay? So it grates me. Probably one of the things that grates me is when people go, yeah, man, I can imagine it must be terrible. No, you don't. You have no idea. Do you know what I mean? So as a mixed race, white person, people call me, or people go to me, you're not mixed race. You don't even look black. That's one of the biggest insults ever. What am I supposed to look like? Do you know how stupid people say that? I find that really fucking crazy. It's like,
They perhaps think that you're lying because you're not dark.
no, because then they go on to go, you ain't even got the nose, or like, you know. No, sorry, that's not even a conversation I'm having with you. That's ignorance,
Totally.
you know? But
Totally.
But you know when people come up and say, and they think they can say it because they're laughing? I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. So, yeah. I mean, my brother's 6'3", size 14 shoe. He's like, do you know what I mean?
Does he look more mixed race? Or
I'd say, yeah.
Are you all pretty
No, I'd say, yeah.
fair-skinned?
He's like really tight, tiny ring
Is he?
mitts. Yeah, my brother. Yeah.
And I guess with your darker hair, curlier hair, you
Oh, I
probably
do,
did.
yeah.
And in the summer, I guess
Oh, I'm black,
like me,
yeah.
you dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of my friends say to me, because this area where we live is a lot of Asians. So my best friends are
Okay.
Muslims, Hindus, Sikhs. Not so many Afro-Caribbean, a couple, but not many. And they all say that too. You know, you really won't know.
No. You have no...
You can't. You can't.
I don't watch TV. I don't have a TV. I don't watch films or anything. But I cannot... I remember as a little girl, I cannot watch a film with racism in it. The effect it has on me is
It's
insane.
like I can't watch films with children getting hurt and harmed and
That as well.
sexual assault and
No,
things
I
like that.
can't. I can't. I
But
just
once
can't
you
do
become
it.
a father
Yeah.
or a mother, you
No.
can't even
I just
read
can't
the
do it.
newspapers. Yeah.
No.
So I can imagine that's
Yeah.
of a similar feeling,
Yeah. I can't even... No.
and it's just pure ignorance, isn't it?
It's total ignorance. Like... Yeah, I don't like unkindness.
Do you think it's
That's ironic,
being
isn't it?
diluted?
I don't like unkindness.
Yeah. But do you think that the generations coming now are less racist? You know, children now are far more
Of course.
understanding, and the friends are just friends.
It's about understanding. Sorry. No, listen. The generation we live in now, you have to accept it.
Yes.
Okay? But the problem is, and I heard this the other day, someone said to me, I didn't realise how racist my mum and dad are. It still goes on in her family home.
Yeah.
Okay? So the kid can be fine. Would I want my children to go to a predominantly white person's house if I had a black child? I'd have to question that.
Would you?
Yeah, I actually would. Without me. Yeah, I would. When I was 15, I went to a friend's house. I'm not going to say who it is. They know who they are. And their dad turned round to me. They turned round and said, oh, this is my mate Charlie. She's mixed race.
As if it matters.
But, you know, when you're a kid, you know, her dad's Jamaican and da-da-da. I walked out into the kitchen and met her dad, and do you know what the first thing he said to me as a 15-year-old little girl? He looked at me and he went, does he work? And I went, what, my dad? And he went, yeah. And he went, yeah. And he went, well, as long as he's working and paying his taxes, then I don't have a problem with him.
Wow. And that was the attitude,
I was
wasn't it?
15. What do you say? Do I go home and tell my dad?
What did you do?
I spoke to my mate about it. And she went, oh, don't worry about him, because she's white.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that was my dad.
Yeah.
There's loads of stories I could tell you.
Yeah.
But what it's done is it's made me the kind, caring, loving person, non-judgmental, mindful.
But it could easily have turned you the other way.
It could have, because I
Could
grew up
easily
in
have
these...
turned you the other way.
Absolutely, on account... You know, listen, you know, I could have gone one or two ways.
Yes.
And my mates all say that as well, for many reasons. Do you know what I mean?
I also think this as well. Some people are just cunts.
Yeah. Well, do you know what,
Aren't
Nick?
they?
Can I just stop you there? I know men use that word mine's really nice, so I wouldn't want to associate it with someone that you're speaking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you get me? Like,
get you.
when men say that, I always go, do you know, mine's really pretty. It's really nice.
I don't think I would ever use that word to describe that, though. That doesn't mean that to me.
The pum pum.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that to me. Doesn't mean that to me.
Yeah.
Cunt is just a real horrible, nasty.
Yeah. What's your favourite word?
Favourite word?
Like, naughty word. What's your favourite?
Thrapsing.
Is it? Oh,
I like the word thrapsing.
Thrapsing.
Yeah.
do you know what mine is?
What is it?
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Because you know what? That just cuts everything out.
Feels nice
Yeah,
as well,
bosh and bollocks.
Bollocks.
I used to have this handbag once, right? It was, and it had a big clasp on it. You know, like the two big balls like Grandma had?
Yeah.
And it literally, it was, when you clipped it together, oh my God. And I used to go, it's the bollocks. It was like two big bollocks,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. But there are some words that just feel...
Yeah, bosh.
Yeah.
Bosh.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bend me over. Oh, sorry, what?
But do you ever hear? I quite like listening to. They'll be on TikTok sometimes, and it'll be like an American woman. She's been living in England for a while, and she's like, "You wouldn't believe the kind of words that the English use for certain things." And she's like, "They use the word bollocks all the time, but very rarely for bollocks. It's the bollocks.
Yeah.
Bollocks to that."
What do you call yours?
Fucking hell. I don't have a name for them.
Bert and Henry.
Bert and Henry, yeah.
Is there one bigger than the other?
Beavis and Butthead.
That's a bit worrying that
I
he's
think
named one of his balls after you.
I think most men would answer this. If you ever get kicked or hit in the balls, it's always the left one that hurts.
Is it?
Always. And I don't know if that's because that dangles down more. Always the left
Have you had a
one.
conversation about this to know that with your friends?
Many a time. Many a time.
Really?
Yes. No matter what, you take a football fully in or you just get a little... And it's always the left
Have
one.
you Googled that?
I haven't.
Because it would be to do with like the left side of the brain, the right side of the brain
Possibly.
kind of thing.
Always the left one. Always. Always.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's a
One of my boys had one twisted when he was a baby.
yeah, that's got to be fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it goes in. They'd pull it out.
Oh, but I can't imagine these blokes that you work with that want that pain, because that pain is...
I'm not sure whether they want the pain or they want me to be pleasured. I haven't quite worked that out, because, as I said, only one can be happy.
Yeah.
And it's me. So I am the happiest person in the world for the reason that I give out all my anger on my clients who pay me to do it. I mean, you cannot get a more spectacular job.
That's probably why you're so chilled.
Yeah.
Because you will literally get, you've seen those rooms, haven't you, before, where there's it's just loads of like crockery and plates, and you go in there with baseball bats and
Smash it all up. Yeah.
Well, you're doing that.
I'm
and
doing
getting
it.
paid.
I'm getting paid.
Yes, and then get shat on.
Brilliant. No, I'm not getting shat on.
Oh, they...
I don't get shat on.
You do the shit. Yes, of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
No, you didn't. No, that was just my mind running away. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you want to shit on me, Nick. Come on. Oh, my days. I just met him. No, I'll do it to you first.
Oh, there were just some things that I just
And if you're a good
don't
boy?
get, and that's one of them. But I guess it's just it's a path, isn't it? And it's like if you drink 1 pint a day, very soon you need 2, and then 3, and then 4 to get the same feeling.
Absolutely.
And that would be the same with these. So they start off with something small, a bit of a nipple biting or something.
Yeah, it's a journey. It's definitely a journey.
Yes.
So
I don't reckon they go from 0 to getting kicked in the bollocks. and punched in the face.
I've done a poem. They meet me and some of them tell me a fake name first.
Yeah.
And then we get to know and they tell me their real name. They come and I sit them down. They come 15 minutes before. I'm not someone that I'm talking to them the whole time as a dominatrix. That doesn't work. It gets boring, it's not role play all the time. Role play starts when they knock on my door or I meet them at the dungeon and they're changed. But the first session, I sit down with them for 15 minutes. I always talk to them as well before I meet them. So I have a conversation with them before I meet them. And I had a guy actually about 9 months ago, a new client come, and he messaged me, but he sounded drunk when he was coming. And I've got an apartment that I rent as well to do some work in. And I kept ringing him to ask where he was on his way. And he'd only text me. And when I rang him, his phone went to answer phone, like he'd blocked me. I thought, that's really weird. So I've got a burner. I have a burner phone. Like H does, you know. Yeah. So I called him on the burner phone, and he picked up. Hello. And he sounded like he was drunk. I don't see anyone if they're under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
No.
Not in my interest. He's like, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm like, okay, comes to the door. So I waited for him. He came to the door. I called him. I went, can I ask you a question? And he's like, yeah.
He said this to you? Or
I said to him when he came in, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol? And he said, no, mistress. I was like, okay, go in and sit down. So he went in, sat down, made him take all his clothes off. So I talked to them while they're naked. He sat down to chat to me. And he's like, I've just got a speech impediment. I was like, okay. Anyway, so I pegged him, did his thing, And then I said, right, can we just sit down and talk properly what's going on? Because it was really a weird feeling and eerie, you know, like when I was thinking, something's not right. It turned out that he had a really severe car accident 3 years previously. He does not have any recollection or memory from before the car accident.
Everything's gone.
Nothing. He has no memory whatsoever. All he has is what his parents are telling him. And they didn't tell him, but the doctors had said I wouldn't last a year. I was going to die.
Wow.
And he's now walking and talking, and that's why he's got a slurred voice. But he wanted to know, I don't know if I'm gay or straight.
Bless him.
And so he come to see me for that reason. So when people think, oh, it's a seedy industry, there's so many different. I mean, if I did a catalogue, like a menu of things that I could offer, with specialities that come along, and people are just interested and want to find out, and that really moved me. You know.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking,
what would you do if you were in those? You know, you'd go and make some terrible decisions. You'd probably go and get pissed up in a nightclub and, try chatting up a bloke. And
he doesn't know. He said, I have no. He went, my mind. He went, I can't explain how my mind is.
And did he get closure? Have you figured it out together, or?
No, not really.
Because
he's still single.
being pegged's really not being gay, is it?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, it's not.
Absolutely not.
It's not.
I do have clients also that see me instead of having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because they just want to be pegged.
There's no fucking.
And they can listen.
Strings attached.
Listen, I am. You've seen. You probably haven't. I'll show you. But I'm in full underwear, like in the session, and so they're obviously looking at me. And some clients ask, "Can I have an happy ending?" That's a question. Can I have an happy ending? And I always go, absolutely. If you feel the need to give yourself a happy ending, then you can. There's just one rule. You lick up the mess. So you can jolly on all you want, my darling, but you're not leaving here until your tongue has licked up every bit of what you've made. So...
And do they?
Absolutely. It's like, I want to come, I don't want to do that, but I'm really excited and I want it, yeah. But then there's like 60% that have no erection at all.
That much? A lot?
Yeah, a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Because they're elderly or younger ones as well?
Elderly. I have guys that come to me that go through stages with their partner that they can't get it up.
Yep.
And they don't get it. And they come to me and we just talk through things, and it can be something really simple.
Have you done any kind of qualifications and things like that to do with sort of, I don't even know what it is.
Absolutely, what to do with...
whatever it is.
Do you know what? I haven't,
kind of
but
stuff.
I'm just one of those people that listens, doesn't judge, and gives really good advice.
It might be amazing for you to do a couple of things like that, because...
I do sex therapy with men,
yes,
but I've not got any courses or anything. Maybe. And the thing is, years ago, you never needed any courses.
No, you didn't. But you're obviously speaking to some quite troubled people.
Very.
And it might be amazing, the advice that you give is great, but there might be a couple of things that would take it to that next. I don't know.
Do you know what, Nick? I just think it's all a little bit too sterile for me, that.
Yeah,
maybe. Do you know, sitting down and looking through a book.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Do you know, my kids go to school. I don't know why. I wish they didn't. You know? It's a load of shit at school.
How did you do at school?
Hated it. Didn't do one GCSE.
Didn't you?
No. No, absolutely not. You know, listen, look at me now as an adult, and I feel like I've got control of my life and the way I am. Can you imagine me as a kid? I was told I was a naughty kid. I didn't stop talking. I distracted the class. Listen, stuff that I don't tolerate with my children. You know, when my boys start school and they're saying they won't sit still, they're boys.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit still and listen
Want
to
be
a
outside,
boring
climbing
teacher.
trees and kicking a ball about.
Do you get me?
Yes.
Like my 11-year-old's just started senior school, and he hates it to the point. I mean, there's a lot of other stuff going on as well. Like his dad doesn't live here. He's whatever, and so it's just me, which is hard for boys, you know. But I walk him 2 miles to school every single morning, so that he goes.
Wow.
And I think to myself while I'm doing it, he's hating this. Why am I doing this? But what can I do?
There's no other alternative,
He gets a
is there?
detention every other day. Why do you get detention today? Teacher said we didn't line up properly. Teacher said we didn't look at her when she was talking. Teacher said, I mean, none of these teachers have kids, by the way, because the best teachers are the oldest teachers. The best teachers are the old teachers. They're the best ones. You listen to them. There's discipline. They speak when they, you know, it's... These young teachers, you know, my kid can't go to school because he's got his hair shaved at the side. And then when I go into the teacher to see him, they've put him in isolation for 3 days, no work, and we've just had lockdown. Where's the knowledge in that? And you walk in and the teacher that's telling you that he can't have that has got the same haircut. What? They say
make
lead by
sense.
example.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I do.
a crazy world. I mean, I'd have a school. In my school, Queenie's school would be classes of kids of all different ages. Who said you have to learn with a kid of your age? They're all at different stages at the same age anyway. I learn things from younger people. I've just started doing some work with this young girl, Amphi. She's on TikTok. She's only, I think she's 21. The business mind on her is insane. And I really click with her. We get on really well. So she's more knowledgeable on the old TikTok thing. So she's helping me with that. So, but, I mean, school, I don't know what it brings.
It's just junior prison most of the time, isn't it?
I think so.
It's just a way to allow parents to go to work so they can keep paying the taxes.
My 11-year-old's
Babysitting.
wearing a suit to school. What is that about? A suit? Why they wear suits? A tie and a shirt and a jacket in a school. He's 11.
Yeah.
My dad don't even wear a suit to work. Like,
So you're making somebody
It's
feel
old-fashioned.
uncomfortable
it's
most
just,
of the time.
yeah, you know, school's not for me.
But it's really one of the only things that hasn't moved on.
No, it won't
You
either.
know, schools with the addition of a nice board that they can put things on and whatnot, it's the same as it was when I was at school in the
daycare.
80s.
Oh, it's terrible.
And probably when my dad was at school in the 60s or 50s, whatever.
Yeah,
it
only
was.
now you get a message going, he hasn't started his homework yet, and
Yes.
there's only 3 days to go.
Yes. Yeah.
He'll do it the day before.
Yes. on the way
On the way to school,
as we're walking
on his
in the
lap.
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, it's insane. I don't want my kids to worry about them things, you know.
No.
You know, when your kids question themselves about their ability of learning when they're getting it wrong from a textbook, that's a worry. I don't want my child questioning himself because he doesn't remember.
But equally, it's difficult to be interested in, it's difficult to be good at something you're not interested in.
Thank you. Do you remember what I said earlier? Everything I choose to do, I'm spectacular at.
Because
If I
that's
don't
what
choose
you want to do it, yes.
Exactly. He just
Yeah.
wants to play football. He doesn't
Yes.
want to do that.
You know, they say, oh, you know, they've got a bad memory, they don't know this. You go and ask some of these lads all the stats for the FIFA players. They know what club they're at, what country they're at, their speed, their pace, their
Exactly.
physicality. They know how to pronounce all of the names. That's much more difficult than trying to recite the Romeo and Juliet poem, but they're not interested in the Romeo and Juliet poem.
Exactly.
So it has to click with them.
You know?
Otherwise, look, I'm conscious of the time, and I think we need to go and get something to eat, and we'll have a drink because
Do
I've
we?
got another podcast at 6. And
Oh
it's nearly
my
4
God!
o'clock.
It's nearly 4 o'clock.
So that's like
I've been
3
all that
hours
time.
or so. But it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
the
thank
woman that
you,
walked
thank
in the
you,
door
Thank you.
is not the same woman walking out the door.
Do you reckon?
No. No.
No.
I've got to know you. You've got to know me. I've
Yeah.
seen a different side to you. I've seen the human, not the act, which I think is amazing, because you've not only opened my eyes up to that kind of industry, but how empowering it is for somebody like you to be doing the things you're doing, but also the need that a lot of these men have for this.
Yeah.
And you're providing a real life-saving, marriage-saving.
And no one ever knows.
No.
No, there's not one person
Total
that can tell me
confidentiality.
who my clients are. Not one person, because I'm spectacular at that as well. Discretion is a must.
Yeah, and it has to
on
be.
both sides. Should I call the police to get me, or do you want to?
No, we'll go and have a quick drink, something to eat, and that can take you back.
Oh, I don't need
Yeah.
to call them then.
No. But
Okay.
thanks for coming on. Thank you for my gifts.
Pleasure, thank
Ben's
you.
going to model this for me later.
Thank you so much. Thank
But it's
you,
been an
Ben.
absolute
Yeah,
real
thank you,
pleasure,
my
and we'll
darling.
make sure we stay in touch.
Oh, my God,
Bring some of your
yeah.
mates down. We'll have a look at your
I
TikTok
will,
and all your
yeah.
socials, and we can help you with all of that. Let's get the book written. Start with all of that. Amazing.
Thank you so
Amazing.
much.
You are welcome.
Thank you,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Fantastic.